Avast ahoy, and g'day once again to ye mateys. I be your regularly xerothermic and occasionally xylotomous DM Josh the Pirate, and it brings me more satisfaction than successfully performing routine maintenance on my automobile first time without any assistance to welcome you back to Corsair's Cove, and my Humblewood world for some more of Midnight and Madness. Above me, I have me hearty crew, the xenogenetic Rachel Fukar, the Xennial Jack O'Brien, and the Xenodochial Ro Ro. So let's talk about these lovely folks, shall we? Now, I want to stress, all of those
I need to know immediately.
I would need to stress that these are all technically true, if not necessarily something you might admit to about yourself.
Do we need to get ready to be offended?
It's not just a pirate introduction unless you're like, hang on, does he like me or not?
Xenogenetic, which was Rachel's, possessing hereditary features. Hard to disagree with. Literally every human does that.
Even if you're a clone, that would be true.
Yeah. Xennial
We'll allow it.
is Jack, that's hospitable. And Xenodochial, friendly to strangers.
I got told off about that a lot in Peru.
Yeah. Yeah.
My tour guide was like, "Stop it! Stop it!" I'm like, "Oh, sorry."
Mine is slightly... Xerothermic and Xylotomous are a bit of a reach, but Xerothermic means hot and dry, and I have been known to be. Particularly in summer, and occasionally Xylotomous bores or cuts into wood. Again, I do carpentry. It has been known. I think it's more to refer to insects that do it, but I do it too. So, there you go. Rach, who the absolute heck are you?
Hello, my name is Rachel Fukar. I'm a writer, actor, creative trash at large. And can I just say, I'm extremely xenogenetic. Do you guys want to know what my dad looks like? There he is. That's the man. Anyway, you can find me on various social media at Rachel Fukar, because it's always free. And you can find the book that I wrote, The Rings of Mars, right here on this the internet. It's a good book, I think. You should read it. It's a good time.
Book. Excellent.
Book.
Thank you very much. Jack, who the heck are you?
No,
what the hell, man?
Hello there, friend. Oh, yeah, no, come on in. It's all right. So, hello. My name is Jack, and you can find me on all the socials at Jack Squarepeg. I'm just channeling my ancestors here, I guess. And you can find me on all the things at Jack Squarepeg and on Twitch, where we do RPG edutainment, as well as the occasional video game potluck, which is mostly Baldur's Gate 3 at the moment. You can also find very soon this very Roro playing Call of Cthulhu with me. We did our first session together as a big group, and they have not mailed me any rotten eggs or anything as of yet. No, I don't know. But that's getting a little too Irish. Anyway.
Wow.
Too dark. I can say that. All right. Well, anyway, that's me. Hey, guys.
And Ro, why haven't you mailed Jack any bombs yet?
Hi, I'm Ro, and I'm generally known for boats rather than bombs.
Yeah.
Um.
Why haven't you mailed him any boats then?
Okay, I'll get right on that. I'm sorry, Jack. But at this point, I should have mailed you a boat. I'll get on it. Yeah. I am a Perth-based educator and theatre maker. You can find me here on this very channel on Mondays. And you can also find me on Instagram at Cradventurers to see photos of my dog Charlie with the large ears, photos of my many travel adventures, and catch upcoming projects. And yeah, you'll be catching me on Jack Squarepeg's channel soon.
Love it. Do we have a start date for that yet, or is that a TBC?
We did not, because it is TBC because I'm going on holiday very soon.
Oh, yeah.
And then it's a question of availability and tech stuff, because there's some people that have been having tech issues.
What?
So the question
Not me.
is whether we need not you, and it's adjacent to Rachel. Clue.
Wasn't me.
That's not you.
And then now
Which is
move on.
hilarious. Internet, it's hilarious because rarely
Not-
happens
not
to
now.
Rach. But 2 for 2, it's happened like with Dan sitting in the exact same chair. I don't fucking know what the deal is.
Is it the
but
same chair? Maybe it's a different.
It's a different chair. Gotcha.
Maybe you
Oh,
guys need
yeah.
to share chairs.
Dan's chair is
It's
made
the-
exclusively out of copper. It really messes
Yeah.
everything up.
It's the same chair, but he has it sitting higher, and that lets the gremlins out. So really,
Yeah.
really just.
Something's going on.
Yeah. Rachel conducts the internet very strongly because she's just a little bit taller. Yeah.
Rachel's just threatened the internet.
Yeah, into submission.
Enough to yeah. I mean,
love
we
that
hear
Crowd episode.
we hear Rachel's threats every week. Like, if you were the
Yeah.
internet, you would do what Rachel fucking says. Like,
And
by
it
her book.
does.
That's it. Yeah, the internet doesn't want to rearranging its fridge. Cool. And mesdames et messieurs, dames und herren, and beings of indeterminate gender and persuasion, I be Josh the Pirate. You can find me here on my channel, Corsair's Cove, where I run D&D and other RPG-related games with me lovely wife Karen, the mother of bunnies, and all my splendid friends. I don't know why I've taken that tone. Yeah, that's what we do here. We also have been known to play a little bit of Baldur's Gate 3, which is, it's like an RPG. And yeah, tonight
I thought there was an end to that. Okay.
I didn't. I decided that there wasn't now.
In that it is one.
It is like an RPG because it's
In-
because it is one.
in fact.
It's like
Maybe
a
I'm missing
TTRPG. Was what I was
Okay,
meaning to
there
say,
you go.
and then I just
Yeah.
I realized like it's like an RPG because. And on Thursday night, we have Monsters and Magic. The finale of Monsters and Magic is coming up on Thursday night. Yeah, very exciting stuff. They have to put an end to this civil war situation. Maybe by invading the capital. Maybe by having a vote. We don't know, and that's the fun. So we'll see then. Yeah, that's what's coming up this week. We also, this month, have International Talk Like Josh the Pirate Day. Is coming up on the 17th of September, which is very exciting. Holy shit, we're in September.
Yeah,
did-
it's
when
actually
did
only
that
like
happen?
13 days away.
Gonna be 32 very soon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I'm going to be... Sorry.
Yeah, let's not talk about age.
Cool. Glorious. Well, guys, I need to remind our splendid, divine, and possibly even nice audience to please like, follow, and subscribe to all the things, you bloody champions. We have all the exclamation mark socials. We have a YouTube where you can find all the episodes you may have missed of all of our previous exploits. There. Links in chat. The episode of last night will go up at midnight tonight because we are obliged to leave it 24 hours because of Twitch rules. And I didn't know that, so I was breaking them for like a year and a half. No one noticed.
So you thought you'd just tell them?
Yeah, I just thought I'd announce it live on stream because they watch. They know. They always know. And we have a Discord. Yay! So you're welcome to come and hang out with us there as well. Right there.
Yes.
I also need to make out the right there
Where's
is...
Karen? Karen! Sorry.
And we need to mention the Ukrainian people because Ukraine has been going through a bit of a rough time recently, as you may have noticed if you've been paying attention to the news. Yeah, the invasion's not going super well, but that invasions don't go well for like anybody involved. It's not a great time. So there has generated a fair amount of refugees. If you do have any spare pennies in the charity kitty, please consider donating them to the Emergency Action Appeal to assist with those refugee situations. That would be great. Thank you very much, you splendid beans. Now, we are supported by Wooten Forge Gaming Accessories. Wooten Forge are the creators of WA and possibly even the world. Certainly the Southern Hemisphere's finest handcrafted wooden tabletop accessories. Made of beautiful Australian and exotic hardwoods. They have recently got in some new woods. Ready for some custom orders. So, head on over to woodenforge.com/Corsairs Cove, and you can check out all of the beautiful things that they have up there. Maybe even place a cheeky little order there to get yourself some amazing handcrafted tabletop accessories. They do all custom made, all handcrafted, all artisan quality stuff. It's gorgeous. Go over there, check it out. bloody champions. Music tonight, Sirenscape. We are using a different VTT though. We are back to our original love, our first love roll 20, because it's actually more usable than the one we were using. So guys, we need a bit of a recap. What the frick happened last time? I don't know why I stopped swearing there. What the fuck happened last time, Ro?
I can do that. I do have an important question before I start my recap because
How important? Sorry, carry on. I'm being facetious.
So I believe on Thursday night, Corsair's Cove reached their 750 follower goal.
Yeah,
and I
Jack
was
gets
wondering...
experience. Gets an inspiration. Yes. Was there any more to that? Sorry.
Yeah,
carry on.
no, well, I was wondering if we all got inspiration, but is it just Jack? All right, but I've got
It
inspiration.
basically
Just me.
tops everybody up.
Yeah, okay, cool. There.
Oh.
So there you go.
Oh,
Your-
you can
what's
have
the
two
important
then.
question?
You can have two.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, they stack in this instance.
All right. Well, see, it was an important question. That's going to come in handy.
Love that you're paying attention.
All right. So, we join our adventurers in the morning at their camp after an interesting evening. Smoothie, who was less than helpful the evening before, decides to apologize with Trish's fave, mashed potatoes. Selenox suggests Smoothie uses his words to apologize, and he reminds Selenox of when she attempted to use her words to apologize to Trish, and they decide mash is probably the best idea. Mash works, alongside a hug from Chet. Soot has fire for breakfast and is generally the most cheerful member of our party. We head for the pleasantly named Bonegrinder. On our way, we catch our first sighting of Castle Ravenloft and its organic structures rising into the dark sky like a coral city in the depths. I could spend time there. What? The Bonegrinder is surprisingly pleasant seeming, and therefore we are highly suspicious. There are picnic tables with people happily eating pies. Everyone seems very happy in an authentic rather than a smile town way. There is even sunshine. Ouch. Selenox may need to invest in sunglasses if this keeps up. We meet the waitress, a lovely Terran girl named Bella, who explains the pies are enchanted to give good dreams. She seems rather keen on Smoothie. Trish and Smoothie do some planning. Selenox forgets what the mission objective is and takes on the job of impressing upon Bella that Smoothie is a good guy and worth her time of day, including sharing the cover story from the last town. Bella agrees and brings Smoothie flowers with our pies. We love pies. Bella insists we meet her mum, Morgantha, and tell her we like the pies. Trish goes into a story of her family and shares her new cover story. We didn't know that her family ran a bakery. Selenox suggests a tour based on this new cover story, and Bella takes the team upstairs. On this tour, Trish finds out Selenox has shared the fact we are adventurers and in the market for antiques, our last cover story, and Trish is unimpressed. We find the grinder. It doesn't seem to be grinding bones. Phew. Bella decides to take Smoothie on a private tour, which entails cute D&M moments and ends with a glorious shared flight, not a metaphor, and two very cute Terran. Selenox finds a spell book full of enchantments. The enchantments seem legit for pies, but the binding curses are not so legit. After Smoothie and Bella fly out of the window, Trish and Selenox head for the upper levels they vacated. Trish finds the sword we're looking for in a large nest, removes it with amazing grace, and then proceeds to hide it under her cloak. We're going out the window! No. Let's walk through the kitchen with the sword. This will go great. This is not the sword you're looking for. With a roll like that, surely Morgantha won't notice.
Pretty good.
She notices. Notices Bella and Smoothie flying? No, she notices the sword, and apparently we can't have it. Morgantha apologizes to Bella before unceremoniously putting our adventurers to sleep before they can lift a talon. When they awake in cages, the world seems a bit different. A tamarind is talking, and we do not seem to be quite like we used to be. Trish arches her back and looks superior. Smoothie opens his mouth, revealing rows of teeth as he lets out an eerie growl. And Selenox twitches unfamiliar ears as her rather excessively large eyes glow in the darkness. Well, this will be interesting.
Excellent. Solid
And
work
thing.
there. If you didn't already have 2 inspirations, I'd give you 1, but you're good. Very, very good. Thank you very much, Ro. All right. So, I think that should get us into it. So, mateys, may your flying lessons go swimmingly and all your post-lunch snoozes not be accompanied by transmutation, as we head tremulously at first, and then with mounting anxiety and dread, into Barovia. So, we return to Barovia and a small basement underneath a combination windmill/holiday home for adventurers pie company, where the gang have just woken up in a bit of a predicament. Following the attempted theft of a powerful magical weapon from an innocent low-income family, the gang found themselves polymorphed into small animals and locked into cages. Smoothie, you awoke in a dimly lit room, creaking of the mill groaning from above you. Taking stock of your surroundings, you found you are in a cage, and the world seems to have grown huge around you. A cage next to you, a small house cat, and another one, a long-tailed mouse with huge eyes. Across the room, you can see a pile of other cages, most empty, though one contains a small simian with yellow fur and intelligent eyes. You did chat with this person. This is their name is Mai, and they informed you that other animals have been taken out of this basement before, and I think that's where we left it. So, my guy, yeah. And if you would like a visual representation of where you are, then I shall put one up. Here we go. Basement. And then I need to move the players onto the Bonegrinder basement. There we go. That's the one. So, hey, chat, want to see? Cut. Well, there you go. You are... pop yourselves on the map and I shall place you appropriately for this little maplet where we are. Right there, right there.
Sorry, if I zoom in and out, is it gonna mess with your...
No, it will not mess with mine.
Okay, good. Cool.
You are all in the pile of cages over here.
Why won't it go?
Grab the word, not the picture.
Ah, thank you.
There you go. That's a rage trick. Alright. So yeah, there is a staircase you can see off to your sort of to the top of the room that you are in, and the cage that has the monkey in it is on the far side of the room. It is
Sorry, where?
If you are looking at the map.
Okay. Yeah, cool. I was looking away.
So little mouse person goes, little monkey person goes, do you think you guys can get us out?
I don't know, but it better happen soon. I don't like it inside this cage. Oh, I don't like it at all.
Fresh is gonna...
Yep, no, carry
She's
on.
gonna try and use her claws to, like, pick the lock from within.
Okay.
Just scratching at it.
Very well. Make me a sleight of claw.
Now, I'm not wearing my fancy gloves, so it would be...
It's just your proficiency, I think. It'll
And
be,
what
I
is
think,
that?
about a +7 all up.
Alright, so I'll just roll a 20. Oh. Roll the dice. 19, baby! Oh!
Yeah. So you are trying to click open a metal lock, like a padlock, using a cat's claws, and you got a 26. The thing is, I just don't see that it's possible.
Oh, don't ask for a roll then, Mike.
No, I didn't actually. She went and rolled. But
Oh, okay.
but
Look, if it can't be done, it can't be done.
no. The thing is, I'm like a 20 should be allowed. It should be allowed to achieve anything. A Trish, you poking around inside this, you feel like this could be done if you had something a little bit longer. You managed to get about 2/3 of the way through it, but you need something longer to achieve this. I will allow this roll to stand if you can find a tool.
Okay. I'm gonna look around. I'm looking for twigs. I'm looking for bones. Looking for long things. Do I see anything within my kitty cat reach?
Very well. A crit means you get the best possible result. Yeah, Marco. There is a degree of it's just not possible. But normally I allow the crit to. Yeah, look, you succeed. I don't like this. Hey, I rolled a nat 20 to seduce the dragon. I'm like, the dragon's just not into you. You don't. Yeah. So yeah, it's a difficult one. But I was just like, 19 on the dice. I'm like, fuck. Just don't think a cat's claws can do that. So yeah, make me a perception check or an investigation, whichever is better. I think perception might be better for you.
Yeah, it is perception. Alrighty. 14.
Mm-hmm. There are any number of bits of twig, none within reach. You are a little bit up. You might be able to sort of prise a splinter off part of your cage, or one of the other boxes near it. The wood is not particularly nicely sort of smoothed out. It's not well worn.
Is there anything within reach of one of my friends? Perhaps one of my friends with a prehensile tail?
Quite possibly.
Oh, the prehensile tail's across the room! Gosh darn it!
I think I have a tail that can do shit.
Yeah, monkey. Yeah, lemurs have reasonably sturdy tails. Hey, Lost Archives, thank you very much for the raid, you bloody champions. Good evening, evildoer. Owen, you bloody champion. Thank you very much for bringing your folks, you genuinely lovely peeps. We are in the basement of the old Bonegrinder in Barovia. The gang have just been turned into cute little animals, and they're stuck in cages, and Trish is trying to figure out her way out of said cage. What am I doing? Shout out at the Lost Archives. There we go. Yes, I strongly endorse everybody check out the Lost Archives and smash that follow button. Oh, you guys are in the town of Valakai. What a lovely place to be. Valakai is such a nice town.
We love Valakai.
Yeah.
It's great there.
Team just launched a coup. Oh, okay, great. So you're actually fixing Valakai. Good on you.
Fuck off.
We have a shop there.
You guys have
When
a shop.
we kill Strahd, it'll
We
fix
got shit
Valakai.
to do.
We own land.
Can't wait for Talk Like Josh the Pirate Day. Owen, I can't wait either. Well, I can, because I've got a lot of stuff to do before then. But, yes, Owen will be joining us for one of our dungeon masters for Talk Like Josh the Pirate Day, so I'm excited for that shit. Join us following the Lost Archives, you bloody champions, and we'll get back into it. So, Trish, yeah, can any of your mates have a look around? Well, please ask them.
Guys, I need like a stick or something long and hard. I think I can pick this lock.
Yeah. Natural 20. With,
What are you looking for?
the thing that she asked for.
You're looking for splinters. I think Smoothie would be able to, with his teeth, sort of pry up a decent length splinter.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And sort of.
Yeah. And I
Yeah.
can swing towards her with the thing.
Okay.
So I assume we're hanging. Like in
No,
cages?
the cages are just sort of stacked.
Okay, then I'll
Think
do that.
wooden
Then I'll do
box
that.
cages.
Then I'll do the 20s animation hop. inside the cage.
Cute.
Superb.
I love it. Yeah, so he just sort of gingerly passes it to you, and tabby paws come out and grab. Yeah.
Trish is sorely missing thumbs at this point, but she's making it work.
Yeah. So, yeah. Sort of clasping the splinter between your two of your digits, you sort of finagle your way into, and you manage to click open this lock, Trish, after a couple of minutes of Cat saying some distinctly uncat-like things. While Trish is doing this, Smoothie, Selenox, what are you doing?
Selenox is throwing herself at the side of the cage because she's like used to using brute strength. So she's just like, yeah, I'm gonna get out. Bam. But
make me an athletics check. With a -4, I think.
-1.
Okay. Wow. Yeah.
Oh God!
You just sort of bounce right off the cage. You are. The trick is the cage weighs several times what you do, but you are above Trish's cage. So after a couple of attempts, the cage does start to move, and you are pushing it bit by bit off the top of Trish's cage. You notice this after a little while. You are welcome to continue. Do you?
Oh, I mean, with a -1, I feel like I should probably be continuing because I have like.
You're basically
in terms of,
you're in no way damaging the cage. You might be damaging yourself a little
bit. Am I
bit.
damaged?
No,
do I take any
not
damage?
Physically. I mean, you have 4 hit points. So.
Jesus Christ!
You're a mouse, an actual
yeah,
mouse.
Yeah, I know. I might fall off and just die.
Well, that's the concern. So my question is, do you stop? You're about 4 feet off the ground. If you were to drop mechanically, you wouldn't take falling damage, because you have to fall a minimum of 10 feet before you do. So I wouldn't give you any sort of permanent injury from it, but it might leave you in an even less situation than you are already in. It's whether or not you do that.
No, I'm gonna stop and sit down with a real
You've banged up one of your mouse shoulders. And Smoothie.
I'm just looking up Tassie devil behavior. I'm sticking with this idea though.
Okay.
Well, to be honest, given that, I just saw Selenox try to smash open the cage and then really hurt themselves, I think he would probably just have this, boundless energy, but, would just kind of do the best he can to wait patiently, but it would basically, I think at some point, he just kind of goes, ah! And then kind of pushes it to the side and then just starts kind of doing a hamster wheel, just kind of going, hurry up, hurry up! Just moving around.
Interesting. Does Smoothie not like small spaces?
No, I get the feeling this is Jack pulling shit out of his ass, but since you said what do you think Smoothie's spirit animal was?
Oh, okay.
I get the feeling this is his id. This is
right.
His untapped emotions that he doesn't like getting into. This is all his anger and energy and frustration. And so he's just
I love it. Yeah. Cool.
So that's my interpretation of it.
Yeah. Trish, you finally it's a pain in the ass doing this with just kitty claws and a twig that you can barely hold. But you do manage to succeed to click open the lock. There is a metallic and the thing just it is a thick metal bolt that just and swings, hinges off, and a little bit more sort of batting and clawing with your little kitty paws, and you manage to get the door open. You are free. Congratulations.
Hell yeah. Excellent. I'm going to attempt the same on Smoothie's cage, because
He
he
clearly
won
needs
out.
it. Yeah. These are not 3 identical locks, so I will require a separate check, please.
Absolutely, absolutely. Let me try that.
I just realized if there's a padlock, this
Oh,
is like
that's a five.
basically this is the cartoon version of like a car with a boot on the on the wheel. Just,
Yep. How'd you do?
I rolled a 5. I don't know what my modifier is at the moment, but that's probably not going to do it.
Be a 12 all up. Yeah, this one, you get your little splinter and stick it in there. You're like, okay, I can actually see what I'm doing now. And immediately the splinter just snaps, partially inside the lock.
Is there any like a key sitting somewhere in the room? Anywhere we
You can
see?
certainly have a look around. Make a perception check.
I think if the thing didn't work, I think the next thing he's gonna do is basically just try and get as much speed as he can, and then try and like smash it. You know, just
Because that works so well for me.
well,
He's quite a bit bigger than you.
Yeah, he's trying to use
For the
science
first
as
time in
well.
his life. Yeah.
No,
It's like yeah.
I got 19.
A 19 to have a look for keys. There is a key up on a shelf. The shelf is up here. There we go. Next to, so there is an internal wall and a door. There is a little key up there, hanging. It's actually just hanging on a hook sticking out of the wall. It's on a large metal loop, and there is this big dark brown key. It's probably about 4 feet off the ground. And yeah, it would be easily out of reach of anybody. It would occur to Selenox that it might be considered foolish to try and store animals with sentient brains in the same room as the key that you would open their locks with. But there is a key that you can see. You asked if you could see any keys, and there is one hanging on the lock near that door.
What is the material of these cages, by the way? Is it wood?
Wood, yes. Mostly
Okay,
wood.
then,
They
yeah.
are nails and stuff, but yeah.
Okay.
So Smoothie was going to try and break the cage or knock the cage
Yeah.
off where he is.
Well, basically, I think under the circumstances, like what he will basically just try and do is he will say to. No, I think this is all id. I'm trying to be more logical than I think he would be in the moment. So yeah, he would just try and like essentially find a ramp and straight into the thing and hope that wood snaps.
Yeah, right. You cannot get a huge amount of run up. These are like cat carriage size. So they're not huge cages. It's not you're not in a 5-foot cube. You're in a 2-foot cube. But yeah, you can attempt to launch yourself.
I'm trying to. I've turned it sideways, and my assumption is that it's like a bird cage, like spherical, and he's trying to run it like a hamster wheel.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I love that idea. Cool. So you're going to try and knock it onto its side and then run
That's
it
right.
around. Okay, right.
Exactly.
I was
That's what he's
imagining
been
them.
doing the whole time.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So you have dropped to the ground
Yes.
and begun to hamster wheel around the room, your feet sticking between the bars, and therefore you can actually kind of just walk normally, but with a cage on you. You're sort of just dragging the cage with you as you move around, if that's the way you've played this.
Well, no. Is it possible to just kind of like
You can,
grip
if you
onto it
like.
with my
I
claws?
kind
Yeah,
of
I'm
love
just
that
trying to
idea.
see.
I was envisaging them as boxes.
Oh, okay.
As cubic boxes,
have
but that's fine.
different- then we-
yeah.
yeah.
But the way you've
it's
described it is
boxes,
fun
then-
for me, so yes, you can.
Yeah.
The other two are in cube cages, but you are in a large circular one that you can flip on
bird
its
cage.
side and turn it into. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Does I is that what is this? What is this?
Those are stairs that lead up.
Lead up. Okay. Are they blocked?
There is a trapdoor above them.
Okay.
In the
can I
ceiling.
That sounds like a good idea. Then let's do that. Unless there's something more obvious that God would like to tell me about. That seems like the best way to
climbing stairs
smash
in a cage that you are trying to roll upstairs, not so much. Just
Okay.
that would be very difficult. And Selenox is still trapped in her cage. Trish, you now have free reign to travel around the room, however. Yeah.
Right.
Selenox
So
did
I'm-
point out a
I'm-
key, I imagine.
Did she tell me?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm splinterless now, so that makes my lockpicking job harder. And I went to Smoothie first because Selenox is up and I'm little.
If I can't see any other way, then I will just go to the top of this area and just jump off. Just try to smash the thing. Whatever works for smashing the thing. I don't
Okay.
really mind.
Yeah. You're climbing up on top of anything using the hamster wheel technique would be impossible. So
I don't mind. I don't mind how I do it, as long as I get up there.
Okay. So you are a 2-foot-ish animal, the size of a small, basically the size of a house cat, maybe a little bit bigger, inside a wooden cage designed to contain anything up to a small dog. That is circular, and you're wanting to climb up other things, taking the cage with you, presumably.
I don't think I have a choice in that, do I?
Well, you can't get out of the
comes with
cage.
it,
The cage does
Yeah.
come with you. It's just my point is it'll be difficult. Make me an athletics check with your new strength, which I think you've actually gotten stronger. Come to think of it.
No, minus one. I'm weaker. It's a 17 now. Yeah. 17.
Yeah. Cool. All right, Smoothie, you manage to, as your Tasmanian devil, you just sort of slam yourself into the side of the cage to work your way over to the next crate, and then using your claws, you are very good at climbing now. You manage to you start climbing the crate, and when you get to the top of your cage, you just keep climbing and lift the cage with you as you go up the side of this crate. So yeah, it is very similar to the first rabbit Karen and I ever adopted, young Tori. Tori, when I went to get him, he was overheating one day. I took him into a pet barn. They put so he could cool out. They put him on the concrete floor of the pet barn, and then put a shopping basket on him so he couldn't get away. And he just ignored the fact that there was a shopping basket on him and continued hopping around the floor anyway with the shopping basket just on top of him. And I'm imagining something quite similar here. Smoothie is just going up this wall with the cage and just like, fuck the cage, I'm going anyway. So yeah. Yeah, you managed to get up to the top of the pile of crates. You managed to get about 5 feet off the ground in your cage, and then you yeet yourself off the top of the pile of crates.
Well, before I do, I think at this point he just goes, and like the flight logic kind of comes into play, and he's like, no. Trish, can you pass me some hay? Hey.
Hey?
Hey.
Okay. And I
How much
I
hay?
try and...
There is piles of
Basically,
like
I'm just trying to like pad it in such a way that like I will land
On hay.
somewhat safely.
right, but the
yeah,
cage does
so
not.
I will land softly, but the cage does not exactly.
Love it. Okay. I'm trying to decide what
So
kind of check this would be.
It's a farmyard airbag.
Love it. I adore it. So, Trish, you are working on getting a small amount of hay up to Smoothie, which you can do. It takes you a few goes, and Trish discovers quite how bouncy her new form is. standing
It's
leap.
great. I'm just jumping up and down.
Bling,
At a certain
bling,
point,
bling.
I just start vibing with it. Like, oh
You're like,
yeah.
this is actually okay. Yeah, aside from the lack of thumbs, I'm alright with it.
I
Selenox,
no longer feel fear falling. I'm just on my feet. It's great.
Yeah, no. A couple of times you lose your balance and then just wind up standing on the ground again. You're like, how did I even do that? Selenox, what are you doing during this shenanigans?
So, Selenox got really pissed off when she was trying to hit and has realized how freaking weenie she is now. And then she's looked around the room and she's seen that there's this key.
Yep.
And is like, and has just been staring at the key.
Uh-huh.
And she just wants the key. And she disappears in a cloud of mist and appears at the key and is like hella shocked about it.
Yeah.
But picks up the key.
You teleport 20 feet across the room, and you are now holding onto, with all 4 paws, the ring that the key is on. You are about the same size as the ring of this key.
Oh, for
Dun,
fuck's
I
I do not recall any misty steps in the Great Escape.
They wish they had that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the tree line was 60 feet. It wouldn't have done them any good.
Am I on a shelf or am I just hanging in the air
There was a
with
hook.
the key?
Hook in
There's
the
a
wall.
hook.
Hey, buddies.
Hey, Laura.
Sorry.
Hey, Lilith. Thank you for the raid, you bloody champions. Good to see you guys. We are back in our Barovia campaign with the silliness of turning all of these people into animals. So Selenox has just discovered that she can Misty Step as a mouse lemur and is now holding onto possibly a key. Hopefully. There was a hook.
Since when can you do that? Is that a mouse thing? Can mice do that?
And at this point, Smoothie yeets himself off a pile of crates. All right, I do not know what this should be.
This is what happens when I'm all in. I'm just like,
Yeah.
first idea is the best one.
All right, I'm going to have Jack. You can roll me a con save to not take damage from. You are trying to do enough damage to break the
True.
cage. So to avoid taking damage yourself, I need a con check. And I will ask the Lorite to roll a number, roll !1d20. The damage minimum is 10. So unless you do 10 damage, the crate will not take any. We're using Baldur's Gate logic. So it is a sturdy cage, and I got a 2. The cage, I'm afraid, just bounces off the floor.
Can I use my inspiration for a reroll of that?
I will allow it. Yes.
I will. Yeah. Yeah, that would be better.
Hey, Lorite, roll it
Damage,
again.
whatever. For my con save, it would be. That's an 8. Oh,
Is an 8.
that's not much better, is it?
There is a crack. As in, there is the crack of wood going like creaking, but it does not break. Angry is spilling the rolls.
Well, for the save at least, I got an 8, and it would be +6, but my con is now 17, so it'd be +7.
Nice.
So 15.
Do you have a? Are you proficient with con saves?
I took the resilient feat on level 8.
Neat.
Yeah.
Cool. Yes. In which case, you do not take any damage. The hay softens the blow that wasn't strong enough to damage the cage either. Unfortunately, you just weren't able to get high enough. You feel like if you managed to get a little bit higher, say the top of a staircase.
If there's a crack, then can I just
start working at the crack? Yeah.
Yeah. If there's a crack, that'll just do that.
Very well. Yes. So I'm just going to jump back to Selenox. Selenox, you are still stunned and hanging onto this key. What do you do now?
Fuck.
You are 4.5 feet off the ground, but for a creature your size, it feels like 20.
I'm gonna try and carefully climb up so that I'm kind of on the top of the hook, and then I'm gonna take a breath in and try and use all my
Mighty strength. Yeah.
strength to try and push the key up over.
Uh-huh.
But I'm taking the breath in because I know I'm going down.
Yeah.
And I'm not at this point. I don't know what's gonna happen with this.
Okay.
I'm gonna attempt that.
Acrobatics check, please.
And as I do it, if it succeeds, I'm gonna be like trash as I fall.
Mouse plays catcher.
Acrobatics is Dex. Oh, it's still not very good. It's a 9. I'm gonna use burn one of the inspirations because I think this would be fun.
Yeah, sure. You've still got one, but yes.
I still only got to 11.
An 11. Is that with your mouse stats? Because your I believe the lemur actually has quite good dexterity.
Well, I've got Dex 15 plus 2.
Okay. Yeah, that'll be a plus 2.
Which is what I did.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. And 11. Yeah, you managed the first part pretty well. You managed to unhook the key, and you begin tumbling to the floor. Trish. You've just finished getting hay up to Smoothie, presumably using your mouth mostly.
So as I fall, can I realize that I'm gliding because my mouse lemur has the ability, has
so
glide-ish? So she thinks she's going to fall, but as she starts falling, it actually turns into more of a glide.
Yeah,
is what I think is going to happen from my reading of the stat block.
I love this. You have essentially got the same ability Selenox already had, glide. So yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, you didn't realize, but then her instincts kicked in. Her strig instincts kicked in, and the mouse flies. And little flaps of skin open up between the arms and legs, and yeah, you manage to avoid injuring yourself in any significant way as you drop to the ground holding this. It to you it is the size of a Russian wheel, you know, the circus thing, the big hoop that they roll themselves around in. It's basically that. You have a key. Congratulations. Smoothie is trying to burrow his way out of his cage.
No, I'm not there.
Oh.
And then you hear a ah from the top of the stairs.
Did Smoothie Misty step too?
Well, I'll roll if you want me to, but I thought it would be more amusing for me to, while this is all happening, go, no, I'm going to try it again. And go to the top of the stairs.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. So Smoothie is going, Smoothie goes up to the top of the stairs.
Yep.
Yeah, it's an endurance trial. I don't think it's instantaneous. So it definitely takes you a little minute, but you can certainly do it. I think you fell, then Selenox did her fall almost simultaneously in my head. So yeah, it's going to take you a hot minute to just work your way back up to the top of the stairs. But I do love that idea. So yeah, Selenox is on the ground holding keys.
That was exactly how I thought it was going to go.
It's really high pitched. This is exactly what I thought was going to happen.
Just in case.
2 out of 3, I guess. We better help Smoothie before he gives himself a concussion.
And then behind, in the cinema version, in the TV version of this, Trish and Selenox are talking, and then in the background behind, they see the cage hamster wheeling behind them, heading towards the cage, heading towards the stairs. Bishop Blood, can I get a D20 in chat, please? As Smoothie goes for round 2 of yeeting himself off a high thing to break the box. An 11! 11 points of breaking damage. And Smoothie, your cage shatters as you hit the ground. You are covered in bits of wood and splinter. And the little monkey boy is sort of bouncing up and down, clapping his hands together. He's actually got opposable thumbs as well.
Yes.
Yay! Shh, no,
Yay.
you're being very loud. The ladies might come back down.
I'm sorry.
Ah! Start
Well-
spinning in a circle really, really fast.
I guess we could use this for the monkey, maybe.
Monkey baby.
Yeah. Key, lock, give it a try.
Gimme. I've
Uh,
got hands.
okay, I'm gonna attempt to carry this large thing over and hand it to the monkey.
Yep. I'm not going to make it a check. It's awkward, but you can. It just takes a little minute.
But is she like, she's like, I got this.
Yeah.
But it's obviously really hard.
Oh, it's obviously extremely difficult, and Trish is like, I could really do that much easier.
Ah!
Amusingly, Selenox is actually stronger than Trish. It's an order of magnitude thing, but yeah, Selenox has a 3 and Trish has a 2.
That's fucked.
But yeah, you get it up, and the monkey boy goes, gimme. Okay. Takes it, and as soon as he starts trying to get the key into the lock, you notice that it is the wrong size for that lock. His padlock is...
No,
No!
sorry.
No! Can you maybe find another splinter? Pick the lock?
Yeah,
I'll
well,
give it a try.
you could try. You do.
You want to smash it?
I don't really want to try that. It looked really dangerous and painful. Are you okay?
Yeah.
I also don't think I'm strong enough to carry the cage with me when I go.
Okay. Well. I can put key. I can hold key.
And I'll open up my stomach.
Oh,
You mean pouch, right? Let's use the word pouch.
I mean, he doesn't know what it is, so I think it's but he instinctually knows, I think. So he's
Yeah.
like,
Oh yeah. He's like, I've got this extra fold of stuff. Do you want to put it in here? Yeah.
All right then.
It's not
Trish
like in cartoons.
While Trish, I'm assuming Trish is gonna help the monkey, but Selenox is gonna start looking around the space.
Sure. Make me investigating, or are you just looking?
No, I'm investigating.
Okay, an investigation then.
Trish is gonna try and pick the lock with probably a remnant from Smoothie's cage, but I want it known the minute I hear a noise, any creaks, any doors opening, I'm stealthing out of there. Fuck this monkey, I leave. Like,
Don't-
readying an action.
Don't fuck the monkey. That's how COVID happened.
Jesus.
Yeah, sure.
Helping, but ready to bolt.
Right. Trish, your ears are perked. Can I get a perception check? Selenox, how did you do for your investigation?
I don't really want to talk about it. I got -2.
Wow.
I rolled a nat 1, and then I had to take shit away.
Ooh.
Not great. Okay.
But your eyes are so big.
I know, but apparently
Well, -1 in fairness. If you rolled a straight 1. Your intelligence is only -2.
Yep.
But yeah.
Yep.
It's not
-1.
a huge
but still.
difference. So Trish, you are. How did you do your perception?
It was a 4 on the dice. I think it's a 12, unless I understand my stats wrong.
You would even actually have advantage for listening, and this is a listening.
Oh,
check.
that's right. Yes.
'Cause you're a
so
cat.
I'm gonna. Fuck yeah! All right, let's do that
Everybody
again.
wants to be a cat. Not.
Oh wow, 13. That's slightly better.
Oh, there you go.
Cat. Who
Um.
knows where it's at?
Yeah. Just copyright reasons. Shush. I caught myself and I was like, well, okay, that's probably enough of that. You do hear a bit of. You can hear creaking and footsteps above. The room above, you would guess, is the kitchen. But you do not. But you cannot make out any talk or like you can't hear any specific words or anything like that. But it is clear that there is at least one person up there doing stuff.
Okay. I'm gonna say, everyone, just try to be quiet, okay? And keep working at it.
Yes, Smoothie.
Yeah.
Trish, you looking around to find a something useful. You turn and actually the little monkey says, what's that? And turning to look at what he's pointing at, there is a life-size, pretty much perfect replica of what you look like statue sitting right next to you. Or next to his cage, which is very close to you, and around its collar, around its neck, is a collar.
You
So
broke her
excited.
with joy.
I was gonna say you broke her.
Yeah, and it looks. I mean, you can't tell, but it looks exactly like you. Sorry, carry
Like I am now,
on.
or
Yes.
weird. I'm just gonna sort of pour at its face and be like, "Can you help us? Can you hear me?"
Ooh, Trish, make a persuasion check.
Ooh.
Oh my god, it's happening.
Oh, crit fa- I'm using my inspo.
Do
I'm
it.
using my
Do
inspo.
it.
Fuck that noise.
No, you've got 2. Use one of them.
Oh. I used one of them. Can I use both of them on this? I really wanted to succeed. I'm doing it again. Fuck it. Come on. Just let it work. 17. Come on.
Ooh. Okay, all right. The cat statue blinks. And slowly begins to sort of ease its and stretch out a little bit.
Selenox, as her small mouse lemur self, takes on a fighting pose. It's like, what the? And like ready to go.
So, that's an actual cat. Oh fuck. I'm a mouse. And it looks at you, Trish, and then looks at the cage and looks at the monkey in the cage and licks its its tongue runs along its lips like it's assessing the monkey boy. And then it looks back at you and says, "Help?"
Yes, help. We need to get the monkey out of the cage, and then we need to become us again.
Can we all hear it?
Yes. It is speaking common. And it
Selenox
says,
is gonna add,
"Uh-huh.
help, get out, not eat.
Not eat. Not eat. Friend.
Not, yeah.
Friend, Trish." and it pats itself on its cat chest with its paw and says, Chet. Not Hath, Chet.
Not Hath.
Not Hath. What Hath?
Okay. Hath is... It'll take too long to explain. I'll tell you later. Chet...
I hath if Chet what if I hath if Trish won.
No, that's okay. If you're Chet, you're Chet.
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 Get monkey out.
Please.
Chet's mouth hinges open enormously. Rows upon rows of teeth. The tongue sort of lashes out and wraps around the cage, and then the mouth just bites down and takes a huge chomp out of the side of the cage, just shattering it. Then the cat
shit.
reforms its head shape into that of a cat. Not like wood.
Incredible. Thank you. Oh, I'm forming a plan. I'm forming a plan. Okay, listen. When I first got cursed, right? They told me 2 possible ways to get rid of it. One is the long, convoluted, stupid way that I'm doing now, but the other was to kill the person who cursed me. If we've been cursed to be what we are now, all we need to do is kill the person who cursed us. Does that make sense?
Hags. Well, he wouldn't say that. He would say, ladies.
Yes. Yes.
The monkey is like... The monkey is up against the other side of the cage, like, please don't let that thing eat me. That's not a normal pussycat.
So
Not hags, ladies.
cool. I don't know how much help I am going to be with killing something in my current situation.
I'm not
We're
able
definitely gonna
to
have to
eat
get
whole
creative.
person.
What if we get them up to the top somehow, make some noise, get them to go upstairs, and then we trip them when they're coming down?
Esmeralda, it's me. We are in mill and need help. What you know about animal curse, we inform, not ours. Come help where you. Bye.
You can still do magic,
Eh.
and you did that whole thing. I mean, whatever works.
Energy, much more than usual. Had to get
Okay.
it out. A little tired now, actually.
That's okay.
You hear in your head, Smoothie, animal curse? Oh. I'm about a day away.
No!
Bonegrinder? I'll be there soon. I'll be there as soon as I can. If cursed, source of curse nearby, probably find a solution there. If not, I'll come soon. And that's, I think, 25 words.
Yeah. I'll spend 1 more.
Do we need to kill? Can we fix other way? We kind of weak right now, except me. I feel great.
You get back. Don't kill yourself. This is probably not polymorph.
No. She said as in, he meant as in kill them.
Oh. And then, she would then realize what he meant and say, for the second half of his, oh, right, you mean the people who did it to you. That might work. No guarantees, though. It could be in a book.
Book.
Oh, I saw a book. Hey,
Book.
well, if Smithy says book, I'm gonna say I saw a book.
Book. We can't fight. We no good. We need book. Book. Read. Magic.
Look.
I'm tired.
There was a magic book upstairs.
Yeah.
Okay.
So go for but I mean this is a windmill, and I'm betting we're on the bottom floor in the attic. No, the cellar. So to get up, aren't we gonna have to go through all the floors?
Yes.
Right, including the floor with the kitchen with the psycho baker.
That is certainly an obstacle, yes.
Right. Cool. Are there any windows?
No. It's a basement.
Fab. What about that
There is a
there's
door.
door? Yeah, there's a door. Can I go
Yeah.
through that?
No, it's
I mean,
locked.
is it-
There is a large
A key.
keyhole in it.
Oh. Smoothie. Kid. Have you got that key that you put
Yes.
in your person?
Yeah, don't get it either.
Oh.
Right.
The monkey comes out, hops over to you and says, "I'll help. I can do that." And you get the impression that he is very keen to
Get
not
away
be
from
near
the choppy thing.
not be near whatever the other kitty cat is.
Yeah, thanks. It's bit.
And then
those
he
keys
sort
are a
of runs in the adorable way that monkeys run. He goes to Smoothie and says, "I can't reach it. Maybe can I stand on your back?" He's not heavy, so this is Smoothie. If you arch your back, you are able to boost him up enough that he can get it in, and using his little monkey hands, turn the lock. The door clicks open, you can see inside. Inside is not a nice room. It reeks. All three of you have very good senses of smell. Smoothie, this is almost overpowering to you because you have a predator's instincts. You can smell rotten. Well, you can smell spilled blood and old meat. Like this has been used for the processing of the bodies of animals.
Oh, great.
In the corner is a skeleton of a person. To judge from the skull shape, this was probably a Vulpin.
Don't like it.
There are, however, a large number of metal implements, small knives, skinning things, basically accoutrements for the skinning and butchering of animals. On
Anything
a
small
table.
enough for Thingy Selenox?
Yeah. Anything
there-
small enough that I can.
Like toothpick?
There is a knife that would be a long sword for Selenox.
There you go.
Fuck yeah. Selenox is definitely getting
It's
that
like the
shit.
smallest knife in the rack.
It's like the
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, it's a
What's
paring
the-
knife.
I
Then
imagine
the-
it's probably used more like a greatsword, actually, like two
Yeah,
hands.
yeah, yeah. This is Zweihander on her. Yeah. Fortunately, it's got a very long handle because it's designed for a human, or someone similar sized. Yeah.
Oh, it's more like a pike then. No, what's the word for the thing you use on a horse when you're
A lance.
in
A
joust?
lance?
A lance. It's more like that. Really.
Well, it's still
like
a
long.
knife.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, I meant for us.
Oh, sure. Yeah, it's got quite a long handle on it. But it's it's a relatively short blade. It's the only thing that Selenox is capable of picking up. Ricky, thanks very much for the follow, you bloody champion. Avast, matey, you wee scallywag. Good on you.
I'm gonna
Cool.
pick it up and be real
Yeah.
happy with myself, and then
Wait.
go to put it in one of my normal sheaths and be like,
Oh
oh,
yeah.
And then I'm gonna look at Trish and be like, "Can you still make stuff?"
Are you wanting Trish in cat form to scrounge craft you a scabbard for a paring knife?
Yes, I am.
I carry.
I adore this plan. Trish, if you want to take 10 minutes, you can definitely make a scabbard from the
Not in
random
this
bits
room.
and pieces.
Not a good idea.
Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna say, Monkey. What's your name, by the way? I feel bad calling you Monkey.
It's
I'm
Mai.
Trish.
I'm Mai. Hi.
Mai. Hi. Nice to meet you. Listen, Mai. We are gonna work as a team and we're gonna get ourselves out of this mess, okay? But I'm gonna need you to stay close and do as I say.
Okay.
Now,
I'm really glad I
you
met
have
you guys.
thumbs.
I do. Yeah.
That's fantastic.
I know, right? It's handy. Sally was jealous.
Sally.
Sally?
Oh, she was here before. She got taken away earlier today. She used to be a Luma lady, but she was some sort of like weasel.
See. Well, we're not gonna end up like Sally. Here's what we're gonna do. You're gonna help me make some tools for us to be a bit better equipped before we get out of here, okay?
Okay.
And we're gonna scrounge craft as a team. I'm basically gonna give
Oh,
the
right.
monkey instructions because the monkey has hands.
You know who else?
It's like being a chef.
You know what else
Do it.
happens? Chet sees what's going on, and Chet does not. Chet loves Trish, and Chet has been loyally following Trish around this whole time. Now that Chet has realized that it's okay to maybe move in front of Trish, he is doing so, and when he sees that you're getting Mai to help you with this, Chet, all of a sudden, Chet is a raccoon. And they've got useful hands as well. He goes back to raccoon shape because he's seen Trish scrounge crafting before, and he's like, oh, the raccoon, when she's a raccoon, she does this, so I'll do that as well. And so yeah, you have two able, willing, but not necessarily skilled helpers in Chet and Mai,
Fantastic.
both of whom are
Excellent.
bought NPCs.
Yes.
I will talk to Zelenox. Do sword, what do we do with it? We still need it. We grab book and run, come back for it another day?
Well, if we find the book, we might be able to fix this, right?
Yeah.
And then
See how we go. If sword can grab, we grab.
yeah, I mean,
Okay.
we need to take that chick by surprise, though. Not not keen on getting sleep dusted again.
Yeah. Okay. I keep watch.
Right, Trish. I'm going to make this a flat roll.
Okay.
Sleight of hand, because I think that's what we've established you use to do your yeah, you have two willing helpers, so but it is difficult. However, you are good at this. So sleight of hand. What are you making?
Right. So Selenox wanted a little scabbard so she can hold her tool. So I'm trying to make that a little
Uh-huh.
leather pouch on a belt type situation.
Yeah.
I'm just looking for any kind of scrap fabric that might be about. Maybe
How about woven rushes?
that'll do it.
Yeah.
That'll get the job done.
Or there would be a little bit of some scraps of leather on the table in the horrible room. The
Yeah,
abattoir.
I'll use that.
Yeah. There are other bits and pieces in there as well if you wanted to fashion stuff for you too. Yeah, if you wanted to.
Maybe. I don't know
Um,
what I would make for myself.
Your own scabbard.
I don't have. I can't hold anything, and I feel like I'm gonna lean into the agility of this form. To be honest.
Yeah,
Um.
yeah. How about something you could strap onto your tail? Like a claw or something. You could make yourself into like a scorpion cat. I don't know, just a thought.
Knife Tail sounds like a good band. I would,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna focus on the scabbard for now.
Okay, cool. You teach Chet and Mai how to weave. Make me a sleight of hand check.
All right. 17 plus
Nice.
whatever.
Okay. Yeah, you are definitely, you succeed. You make a perfect little scabbard and belt. It has to be an over the shoulder rig, really. It's a drawn over the shoulder rig because just of the size of the blade on the tiny mouse. So yeah, there is now a mouse lemur with a sized for it great sword across its back. In a found leather scabbard. The stitching is a little bit big, but it looks great, and it's pretty decent work for 5 minutes. So while you've been doing this, what has Smoothie and Selenox been doing?
Keeping watch.
Smoothie, your sense of hearing is pretty darn good, and you can climb very well now. So you've gone up to the top of the stairs, say?
If that seems safe to do so without getting stepped on or something.
I mean,
then yeah.
Look, you would. There is a trapdoor above it, so you can go up there. You would know you'd be able to hear them opening the door, but there is no way out.
I think that sounds a little too risky. Then I'd probably go to the bottom of the stairs to see if the door starts to open. That
Okay,
makes a bit more sense.
sure. Yeah. Make me a perception check.
Advantage, apparently.
Yes, I believe so.
Okay, all right. Let me double check. Smell based. So fuck it, I'll smell them. Right.
Yeah.
2 4s. So yeah, no. 2 4s plus stuff. Technically speaking.
Wisdom, perception. You're good at that.
Yeah. That's true. There's a bunch of different images I have to look at now. Internet, bear with me.
Yeah.
So 4 plus 4 plus 4 again, so that'd be 12 is my guess based
Yep.
on botched together math.
Sure. It's just Smoothie's perception.
That's true. Yeah. Okay. 12 then. I'm
Yeah,
making
cool.
more complicated than it already is when it comes to math. Never happened before.
No, never in D&D. We don't do that. So Smoothie, yeah, you can smell that the person moving around up there is Ophelia,
Which one was that? That
the
wasn't the
sister.
One
The sister.
the one that didn't improve. Okay. Or rather, was like looking at me funny.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Okay. Well, from what I remember, she was ribbing or something like that. I can't quite remember.
She was just like, with the manner of an older sister going like, oh, I see. Okay.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah.
It was I'm onto you. You're not subtle. You are
Yeah,
not
okay.
subtle. Yeah.
Yeah. Gotcha.
You
Okay,
will be
I-
hearing about this later. I will be ripping the shit out of you for weeks about this,
Right,
but
okay.
also you're adorable. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Do I smell anything besides that? Like, if this is the kitchen?
Oh, you can definitely smell the kitchen beyond it.
Oh, there's another kitchen. Right. Yeah. The approved one
Yes.
is
Yes.
what I'm smelling above.
This is the place where they make the pies. Down here is where they make the mincemeat.
The meat. Yes.
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 All locally sourced. Everything comes from within within a few miles of this very windmill.
No doubt. Yeah.
Is what Bella told you yesterday.
You'll sample Morgan's meat pies. Yep.
Yeah. Yes, Trish.
I thought of a second thing to make if I have
Uh-huh.
time. I want to try and make Mai a little shield because I don't know if they're any good in a fight, but they can hold a shield, so that'll
Uh-huh.
be good.
Okay. Yes.
If there's like a bit of wood,
That's not
like a
even
chopping
difficult.
block, I can.
That's not
Okay,
even
good.
difficult. There would even be a circular piece of wood down here that you could add a strap to very simply. Yeah. So yeah, you make a little chopping board shield.
Good.
And he actually finds a small pot that he puts on his head.
Aw.
And he says, "About right." We haven't played dress up like this in ages. Smithy, you can smell that Ophelia is up in the kitchen. That the oven is not on anymore. Someone has doused the fire in the oven. And from what it sounds like, Ophelia is washing dishes.
I think he'll just let the work kind of go on, and maybe occasionally, like, kind of look at like his boxy form that he now has, like this, like these coiled muscles underneath his fur, and go, "Ugh." Okay, then. Yeah.
He's 1/16 the size, but almost as strong as he used to be. Mechanically. So yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Yes. Sorry.
Selenox is gonna, while this is happening, she goes on a bit of a search around the room to see if there's anything else that's useful. Again.
Sure. Make another investigation check with the new information you possess about the other room.
11.
And 11. Useful? Not especially. What would you classify as useful, I suppose?
Anything else that we could use as like projectiles or something?
You could probably manufacture a sling.
Sure.
Pretty easily, and Selenox would know how to use a sling, and you could certainly, like with a strip of leather, which is literally what Trish is making you stuff out of, a sling could easily be manufactured, and small stone sticks and pebbles are all like littering the floor down here.
Yeah,
so
cool.
yeah, you could manufacture a sling pretty easily.
Right.
There is crates of provisions. There is a barrel of water. A few.
Is there any?
A few like empty bottles. There is a few bottles of wine in a crate, and a small barrel of beer. Yeah.
Selenox thinks about having a drink and then like looks at her size and is like,
Have to be a thimble.
and then she like, yeah, she thought about it, but and then she when Trish reveals the scabbard, when she gives it to Selenox is like, I mean, thanks. She's trying really hard to keep her normal voice, but she's got a bit of a high-pitched tone at the moment.
Yeah.
Oh, anytime. So, we gotta get up there and look at this book?
Upstairs in kitchen doing dish.
Do you reckon that means they're gonna close up soon?
Don't know what time it is.
Um,
Probably important for corpses being brought into kitchen.
Yeah, well, actually, that's true.
You can, because you know the layout. Trish, you knew the layout of the room quite well upstairs. Like you made a point to sort of scan it. You can make an intelligence check because you did not see the trapdoor to the basement when you were looking around it. However, knowing now that there is a trapdoor to the basement and seeing your, like, given the room that you are currently in, you can tell that this room is basically exactly the same size as the room above. Or the two rooms above combined, basically. You remember that the kitchen and the kitchen and the front counter were the building divided in two. So you, if you want to make an intelligence check, Trish, Trish would do it. The other two could do it too, but they would. The DC is higher for them. To see if you could figure out where the trapdoor would be in that arrangement.
Trish is a little distracted right now.
Sure.
She rolled a 2.
Not great. The other two are welcome to try as well to see if they can figure out where you will be coming out in relation to the room upstairs.
Sorry, what was the check?
Intelligence. Straight intelligence. Unfortunately, Trish is the smart one. 5.
12.
12. Smithy, you were a bit preoccupied the last time you were in the kitchen, but there was only one carpet on the floor. And it was towards the back corner of the kitchen. The main preparation table would have anybody standing at the main prep table in the kitchen would have their back to that carpet.
Translation, it would be okay unless
you might be able to
if we
stick
keep
your
an
head
ear
out.
We'd be able
Yeah.
to scout.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we're okay. We can get up, and then I think we can probably.
I'm gonna say Smoothie wouldn't necessarily know if there's a back door or whatever, but
We can get up, have look. If back door take, if scurry past, we can.
There
Get
was no
information.
back door. Trish would remember that because she looked for other entrances. There was a cracked window, but no door. There was one door, and it was through the front part of the house,
Scurry
There's-
past, then.
or staircase up. Yeah.
All right. Can we lift it at the same time? So we end
yeah.
up with 3
5.
small animals.
Scooby-Doo. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like
A mouse, a raccoon, a monkey, a lemur, and a Tasmanian devil put their
Walk
heads
into
into
a
a
bar.
pie shop. Yeah. So, I would like a group stealth check. Which is something that you are all quite good at.
yeah. Well, when you have like a fucking all the other things. I am gonna burn my other inspiration, please.
Love it. Love everything about it.
It was worse.
Oof. Okay. It's fine. We do a group one. How did Trish do?
Is my modifier the same as it was before for stealth?
You are slightly less dexterous, so it would be only slightly lower. But yeah, it should be about the same.
Because I got a 24.
Okay, yeah. Well over 20. Fine, great. Smoothie?
I got a 12. I'm just making sure there wasn't extra stuff. So, my dex now is not 18. It is 12, which means it
A little bit
is
lower.
a +1. So
Yeah.
13.
13. Cool. Selenox, how'd you do?
11.
An 11. Okay, that's actually not as bad as I thought. Yeah. Cool. So the average there would be about a 15, which is okay. It's not amazing, but it is pretty good. And you are very small. The three of you I think the other two are waiting below, and are not participating in the initial part of the prison break. But the three of you all three eyes peek up, and you see the back of the ankles of a hedge girl. And I think we will have a quick breaklet there, and be back in 5 to 10. As the fringing on the edge of the carpet is hanging down a little bit, so there is clearly a carpet over the top of you. But yeah, we will go for a quick breaklet there. Thank you very much for hanging out with us this evening, guys. I hope you're enjoying the show so far. The gang has successfully escaped some cages and now is hoping to escape a basement. Gosh! And then maybe the windmill beyond. Right, we'll be back in 5 to 10. See you very soon, guys. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye. Avast, ahoy, and g'day once again to ye mateys. We be back for some more Strumblewood, Humblestrad, or Barovia shenanigans, whatever you want to call it. We are back in the Bonegrinder. The guys have been turned into little cute little animal people. They have managed to get out of the cages they were placed in. They are in the process of getting out of the basement that those cages were then placed in. And then maybe we get out of the building itself. So, 3 little sets of eyes are peeking out at the back of Ophelia's ankles as she does the dishes. In the kitchen-esque area, you can smell the with your the senses of smells of the animals that you now are, Smoothie and Trish particularly. You can smell a large variety of different animals, or the remains thereof, in this kitchen. There is the meat of a lot of different small mammals in here. And as well as a large collection of sort of fruits and berries and other ingredients. This place is very flavorful to the nose.
Is the meat cooked or is it still raw?
It is cooked.
Okay.
Well, a combination. Mostly cooked. Some raw.
Mostly cooked. That's not good. That means they need more.
Yeah. I'm gonna look.
It's a busy day. You guys ate
and
a whole
wonder
3 pies.
If she still is, if Trish has the slight drool that he has on his lip because he's a predator now. And then
I
he's gonna
hope-
feel weird if not.
I hope I'm in the middle because
Yes.
I hope Selenox would be able to kind of she smells it as well. I've got a great sense of smell as well.
Sure.
But if she notices any sort of hungry looks from either side of her, she's gonna be not so happy.
Yes. A mouse
I think there's
lemur
gonna
looks
be
to
some
one side and
mouse-
sees a hungry cat, and the other sees a hungry Tasmanian devil.
Yeah.
And like
There's an element of
suboptimal
instinct
for me.
that kicks in,
reaches over for the sword.
just. And I would like to say that we had fruit pies.
That's correct.
Sure.
Did.
You did.
I didn't eat. We did.
Oh, I don't like that.
Sprinkled with meat. Extra
All right.
chewy,
But what
extra
were
chewy
the
fruit.
what were the crusts made of?
That's very elaborate. I've never heard of that. I've never
So-
heard of meat crust. That's a new one.
Flour.
So
Oh, like bone meal?
Hmm.
it's a bone grinder.
You didn't see any evidence of it. Doesn't mean they weren't doing it.
Yeah, fair enough.
So
It
yeah,
goes back down immediately. Lid
Trish-
closes back down.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm indicating.
Is the
I don't know if you guys
implication,
are gonna-
and
Oh,
like
well,
if one of the
I'm
2
too
people who are really
small.
doing the whole
Yeah.
lifting up thing
Yeah.
goes, then Smoothie's head is sort of forced down.
Right.
Hold on, let's go. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
you're doing
I'm
that.
not holding it
I'm
up.
like a little child helping daddy move.
Yeah. I imagine it balanced on the top of the cat and the Tasmanian devil's heads.
It's like my mouse head doesn't even reach where the top
No.
is. It's just like this gap.
Huge
But I
eyes.
think I'm helping.
Your ears are touching it.
Don't worry about it.
Okay. Okay. We've got 2 options.
Are they gone?
Either we
No.
go upstairs, try and find this book and fix the problem ourselves, or we try and get out of the windmill and stay hidden until Esmeralda gets here. How far away did you say she was?
They.
Oh.
Also, if they knew that we had sword and then transform us, they probably could find us again.
Yeah, they're gonna come looking
Magic
for us.
bullshit.
No. They might hide the sword so that we can't get it when we do come back. Okay.
Element
we're
of
thinking-
surprise, though. No one expects animals to take sword.
Nobody expects the animals to take the sword.
I don't think they expected us to get this far. I do have thing I can do though.
What's that?
I was in every place, and
interestingly, I think you've never seen Smoothie look so confident. He's like kind of vibing this.
I was in every place. Where was sword found?
Right at the top.
Top. I can look in room and see room. Or I can... Probably not gonna work if I try, but I could try to look and see where Big Lady or the other one is.
I think it would be more helpful to know where the what her mum is. Marta, whatever her name is.
Probably
Morgantha.
not gonna work though. Last time I tried to look at one of those magic ladies, I got given middle finger.
How many times can you do this? Because
Once.
could you? Oh. Well,
I
which
can
floor do?
scry.
Oh no, I can't scry. I need the thing.
Yeah,
Don't
you
I?
need a
Yeah.
component.
Okay, that's unfortunate.
And it's
Okay.
currently in an extra dimensional space with the rest of your body.
Damn it! Why, fucking being a cleric's a pain in the ass when you don't have your shit. Okay. All right. I guess I'll.
Feel really bad for turning you into
Myself.
these animals. There is a very simple solution, but you haven't found it yet.
Shut up.
I
That's
think
helpful.
we need to become ourselves before we can steal the sword.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree. We become ourselves, and I was talking to Sel, and if we can if we can transform and we find sword, then we take sword and we try to bugger off better
Hey, Jack.
than we did before.
Maybe we should try going out the window.
Hindsight is 20/20. All right, it made sense at the time that we did it.
Although, actually, now that I say this out loud,
don't think it
either
did.
way, we need to transform back. If she... Did it feel like she knew when we took sword? Because if so, then she could probably just do it to us again. Didn't seem to cost her nothing.
Right. I think we should deal with one problem at a time. And the first problem is, well, this.
Finding book.
So let's find the book.
Okay.
Okay,
So,
so quickly
stealth.
and quietly upstairs.
Yeah, and that means none of that growling shit.
How dare you?
Just until we're out of, we'll give
No.
you a chance somewhere. Just
No, it's fine.
keep it down.
I can't help it. But I will try.
right. All right,
So,
we're making a run for it.
what's the plan? Are you
Run.
going to make a run for it? Are you going to go up the stairs?
Quietly run for it. I think. I
Right.
mean, there's doesn't seem to be any other options.
I
Well,
could climb on outside, but
that's my point. Do you want
Well, we
to?
c-
You don't
we
know
could-
where the other two are. You could
No.
get a handle on where they are better from the outside. Is all I
I
was
s-
going to say.
I suppose we could try and sneak outside and then go up the outside of the building. I mean, I reckon I'd stick all right.
All three of you have climbing speed mechanically. You can all climb the outside of the building.
I mean,
this sounds stupid.
oh, did anyone catch? Did anyone
in.
catch? No, share your stupid idea. Go for it.
No. As in, like, it's climbing the outside where all the customers are in
No, well,
broad
this-
daylight.
so this
is
my-
dumb as hell.
This is my question. Did any of us catch how much light, if any, was coming in through the window? Is it night?
Yeah, that's a better question. Yeah.
You notice that it is dusk.
Okay.
So-
It's what? Sorry, it is a lot darker outside than it was when you were put to sleep.
All right. So, what if we sneak outside, climb up the building, look in at each level, and then know what we're facing before we face it, rather than going up the stairs and running straight into Martha What's-It.
Yeah. Good idea.
I don't
Last
ever
time I
want to
took
see that
charge, we
lady
got-
again.
We need to find book. She probably is.
Oh,
with... What?
and I think Soot's still out by the carriage. He might be able to help us out.
Soot can give one of us ride.
Ha! Yeah. But when she says yeah that time, it goes real high pitched again, and
Whoa!
The only one who's small enough to ride Soot is Selenox.
yes,
A tiny,
run the
a
dragon.
tiny mouse with a huge battle sword riding a
What's the-
tiny dragon.
What's the name of the dragon in Neverending Story? Falco? Falcor? I can't remember.
Falcor,
but
yeah, I
that's-
think sounds
that's what
right.
I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of the mouse in Narnia,
Yeah.
who's just like, I'm gonna own this shit.
Reaper cheap.
Yeah.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah,
Let's
turns
go.
out this is Dragonlance. Yeah. Humblewood does Dragonlance. That's next season.
So, are we gonna make a break for the wagon, or is there like a tree nearby? Does anyone remember a good hiding space outside?
I mean,
It was
I
a
think
fairly open space. There were some tables outside.
I remember
Alright.
where the windows were, so I guess let's just hug the wall as soon as we get out and start climbing up. The sooner we get up, the sooner we're out of view of anybody else. Because that's our intent, isn't it? To climb up the outside of the...
Yeah, but I did mention getting Soot as well, and Soot's at the wagon.
Oh, fine. Right, okay. No, hang on. I'll take care of this.
Soot, it's me. I'm great. And we are going to be at the...
I explain where we're going to be. Jack is not really following the layout of this place. But by
I
the window...
gave you a picture.
Can you meet us there? You sure did. And I'm not looking at it. I'm looking at a character sheet and a translated version.
Okay.
Can you meet us there in 1 minute? Try and be quiet.
You get back. Soot? Soot! Soot! Smoothie!
Good boy.
Soot.
He seemed excited about it.
It was like, unfortunately, Smoothie is the one of the three of you who can't understand what he says.
I assume
yeah.
he is capable. And,
He understands you.
And enthusiastic to help.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, when in doubt, I will assume he is
Cool.
good to go.
So, looking at the picture that I sent you, you can see where Ophelia is. You can see the curtain through to the front area, and there through there you have to go through that to get to the front door. So, looking at that, Ophelia has her back to you currently, but you would have to go past her to get through that curtain. Wandering dangerously close to her eye line at that point. That would be the only risk that you...
Distraction?
Well,
I can go invisible. Make distraction.
Can I? Oh, yeah.
that's a
yeah.
very, very good solution to this problem.
Sure. But not a very loud distraction, because you just want to distract that one.
I knock cutting board off. Oh no, veggies fall.
Smart. Good job.
Okay.
Chet and Mai are like, they are ready to go. Okay, Smoothie, you can turn invisible.
Okay.
Do that. Is this invisibility or greater invisibility?
Greater, so I have a minute, but they know that.
That's fine.
They've seen me do that before.
Yep. Oh no, veggies fall. Fave right there. Cool. You do that. Smoothie, I'm not even going to make this a check. She's not really on guard. You are invisible. So the big trick is timing. But because you guys don't know where Smoothie is. However, Smoothie goes over to there is a chopping board right next to Morgantha. To Ophelia. And you basically just, like a cat, bat it off.
But yeah, basically how I'm picturing is like it's like in a band where like the drummer and the band are trying to do a final note and the cymbal thing happens. So if the musicians aren't looking at the drummer, then the drummer will wait to see when the musicians go blop. So he's waiting for them to go.
Right.
And then at that moment, that's my cue
When
to
he
go.
swipes it off. Yeah, cool.
Exactly.
I love it. Cool. And yeah, the four of them make a dash for the curtain as this, and as they do, Smoothie swipes a chopping board full of grated carrots off the sideboard and onto the floor. And Ophelia goes, "What the heck? Oh, for goodness sake!" Clatter, 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 but nothing major. And and then you watch all this, Smoothie, before, as soon as her head goes below the level of the table, you drop off and run through the curtain as well, making it outside. Soot, and as you come outside, Smoothie, you find Selenox and Trish with their backs against the outside wall and a hungry-looking dragon sort of standing over them, like...
No.
Oi!
An invisible bop on the nose.
And I'll appear.
Oi! Soot! It's me! Selenox!
Soot?
Just... Yep.
And you
It's
hear
been
Selenox?
It's been a rough day.
Soot? I can see that.
Anyway,
Soot, how?
well, long story short, chick who lives here didn't like we wanted her sword, so but anyway, turned us into this. That's the story, basically.
Soot. And you hear tracks.
Yeah, and now we need a book to turn us back, and it's upstairs. So we're gonna go upstairs.
Soot, book? Soot, book! And points back at the cart. There are books in your cart.
This is a specific book.
Soot,
like
oh.
the one with the magic.
Soot. And you hear, right, my bad. There is a second level, sort of they have. Okay. Actually, I forgot. Outside looks a little bit different.
Of course.
The grass is not the lush paddock that you were in before. It is this nasty, dry, patchy. It is mostly mud and bare stone, but there is the occasional tuft of sickly-looking grass, patches of weeds produce bright yellow flowers, and upon all the tables that you saw before, the tables were nice, clean little trestle tables. They are nowhere near as sturdy looking. They are still there. They were physically present, but yes, not the clean, well-kept, well-repaired things. The earthenware jugs that contain the posies of flowers are replaced with cracked and damaged pottery containing the dandelion flowers of the weeds and things like that. It's still the same thing. You just clearly had a filter over it. Looking up at the building, it is in significantly worse repair than it looked before. And the clouds are thick. That you ever felt the sun up here is ridiculous. The outside is cracked and peeling. The plaster is a century old, and bare wood shines through quite often. As you didn't really stop long enough to take good stock of the front of house in there, but it is, looking back inside, it's not the pretty that it was before. It is dusty, full of cobwebs, and the front counter is just a collection of crates and pallets rather than the nice artisanal bakery that it was before. the eaves of the platform that has been built around it on the second floor. It is rickety as fuck. You, as a person-sized person, it wouldn't take your weight. However, as a cat, or drop bear, say.
So,
Soot?
any chance I could get a lift?
Soot? Carrie?
No,
Soot?
man, I'm like,
He goes, Soot! And turns his side, lifts one wing up to present his flank for you to clamber up. And he's like, you can tell he is like, Soot, fucking yeah. Like he is pacing from foot to foot. He is up for this. He's excited.
I'm a
He's like,
dragon.
I never got to be a noble steed before.
so yeah, Selenox totally does that thing again where she's like, sweet, great, thanks. And
Soot looks a little less excited now. He's like, Soot.
It's okay. You can be excited. It's fun. Woo!
Draws the paring knife away, and Soot leaps into the air. And at that point, you realize you have no means of holding on to this semi-corporeal smoke dragon. But he doesn't throw you off. So you're like, yeah.
I mean, I reckon I'm like a mouse lemur. Did you see in that picture?
Oh, they are very good at holding on to shit. Yeah. But yeah, it requires at least two of your poor feet to hold on to him in a meaningful fashion. But yeah, you're like, oh, okay, no, I've got this. And he goes, Soot, where?
We're going up, right?
You are flying. You are easily
no.
10 feet off the ground already. He's like, yeah, we never established where you wanted to go. Where?
So, just wait here above the awning for them to catch up.
Oh, okay. Soot lands on the awning, daintily, not at a window as well.
Yeah, I was going to say away from.
He
windows.
understands that discretion is the better part of valor. So the other two are going to climb up. Mai looks at Trish and says, "Should I come too?"
Yeah, we don't want to split up.
Okay. I'm good at climbing now. And he monkey like up a single pole, all 4 feet, up. And yeah. Chet is not leaving your sight, so yeah, Chet will follow you as well. So I
Pulling up with his
assume.
tongue.
Oh yeah, no. Chet is very reluctant to reveal that Chet is not what he appears.
Yeah, that's fair. Yep. I will quickly kind of look at Trish though before we start climbing up and just go.
When we find the book, do you think we should stay and deal with it, or should we go? If we have the choice.
Deal with the people who live here?
They're not doing. They turned us. They probably will turn us again, even if we get away, right?
Absolutely, they need to be stopped before they do this to anyone else.
Yeah. Okay. I am sorry for what I said the other day. I didn't know how to say it to you before. It feels a bit different here. There's a lot of stuff I don't know how to speak about right now. And the only reason I think I'm able to right now is because I feel so good about being alive. Oh, everything smells so good and it's nice. And anyway, I'm talking too much and we've got things to do. But yeah.
It's okay, look. We're a team, and it's important that we talk to each other, so If you have anything to say, you can say it to me, and it's okay. We all make mistakes. Don't worry about it.
I do. I'll see how I feel later. We've got stuff to do, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. You go up to the second floor.
While this is happening, and
Uh-huh.
Selenox is waiting on this dragon, there's like she's like, it's almost like watching a rodeo, like a cowboy trying to like work out the best and like all these, and so by the time they get to her after this little chat, she's worked out that she has a tail, so she's got her tail wrapped around, holding on, like almost like it's the
You've done a full loop around.
yeah, like it's
Um,
almost like the reins or whatever.
Yeah.
It's not it's not around his mouth, but
No,
it's
it
like
would be around his barrel.
yeah, and I'm holding on that. So
Yeah.
I'm like now sitting up real proud, like holding my own tail.
Well,
as
I
my,
don't
like,
think you
saddle.
even need to hold the tail. You just sort of.
Wait.
Yeah, I think it's just you're just sitting there and your tail is wrapped one loop around Soot's tummy. Yeah, you're just sitting there like, I got this. Like, arms crossed, like, this is easy. This is awesome. Yeah. I love that at least two of you are kind of okay with the new forms. Cool. I have bumped you to the new maplet. Yeah. If you have a sneaky beak in Selenox, you are on the far side. Trish, you are around the front. So it would be, yeah, down that side exactly where Selenox is. Yeah. And, yeah, there is a window that you can look in. Doing so, you would, if you just stuck your if Selenox stuck one of her tiny but massive eyes in just the corner, she'd be able to see without any danger really of being spotted that there is Morgantha is on this floor looking, and she is working at the mill. She is milling flour.
I'm trying to think
we
about
hear a
another
crunch?
M name. Morgan Watson. She's in there. She's at the mill.
Yeah, Morgan Freeman.
Should we go to the next one? Try and get the book.
Good.
Higher.
Okay. And Soot goes, Soot! And takes flight.
It's actually the best heist movie of all time.
Yeah. Most heist movies don't have a dragon. Yeah. Heading up a little bit, you do you get up. There is no one on this floor.
This floor where book was.
Yes, this is the floor where Book was.
Thanks, God.
So,
Prob trapped. Prob trapped.
We should check if anyone's at the top, just so we don't get cornered
Yeah.
before we go in.
there.
You
so-
all going up?
Don't see why we wouldn't.
Okay.
Keep
I'm just
safe.
checking. Yeah, sure. So the five of you go up. Well, the six of you. You've got 3 NPCs with you now, all tiny. Just a collection of little animals. Head on up to the attic. This is a relatively small area compared with the last two, but Bella is up there. And I'm presuming you are being quiet. Bella is sitting next to that the bird's nest, over which she and Smoothie jumped to go flying, and she is just staring out into the distance.
Is the sword back in the bird's nest?
Make me a perception check.
Can we all? That
You
would
may.
make sense.
Yep.
Oh. My
16
dice
plus numbers.
do not like me today.
Smoothie,
20.
that broom that you did not see Trish put there is there. There is no sword. There is only the broom.
Okay.
There is no sword, only broom.
Is that it?
The cat looks at you like, no. In fairness,
Hasn't seen
Smoothie
it.
didn't know where it was.
I think
Smoothie
it
actually
would just- I
never
think it's more
saw the
amusing for
sword.
him to just see the handle. Like, oh,
Yeah, it's like,
maybe
there's
it's-
a broom over there, but no sword. Yeah.
I think seeing Bella, it's the kind of first conflict he has, but mostly he just kind of goes,
Yeah. Does he do it quietly?
yes.
She looks sad. All right, so do we go down for the book? We know she's there.
What? You got sneaky face on.
Trying to decide whether it would be better to go through the book quietly or to get the book out of here so we don't get cornered.
Well,
Even if we change back, I'm not sure that they won't just go poof. They know stuff we don't.
we just need to sneak up on them. But why? We can always go if we can get in the window. We can get in the window, get the book, get out the window, look at the book with no one. We're outside.
Okay, let's get the book out of the building.
Done.
Okay.
Very well.
Soot. Onward.
Soot.
Thank you.
And Soot flies you back down to the floor below.
This is fucking wicked, mate, by the way.
Soot!
Maybe we can learn it. If we can figure out how to do it, it wouldn't be the worst thing, actually.
Soot.
Getting into Strahd's castle.
Make big. Like points at himself.
That would
Soot,
be
make
amazing.
big.
Can we do that?
I don't
That
know.
was an option.
We'll put it on our list of things to consider when we're no longer a fucking mouse,
Soot.
etc. Sorry, I'll make it a high priority for you, mate.
Window.
Soot. Yeah.
You mentioned traps. Can one of you?
Look.
Oh,
Eh.
I wonder if I can still do that. Hang on. And I'm gonna try and do a magical awareness, which I think I can still do.
Yeah. Yeah. You're effectively it's wild shape rules. If you have any ability, you have access to all of your class abilities that you would have, as long as your current form is capable of doing so. So yeah.
Alright, so Trisha's gonna look through the window with magical awareness and see if there's anything magic that could be treacherous.
Yeah. There is almost no magic in this room at all. You can sense magic below and above, but not in here. This room is, surprisingly devoid. You do get a sense of a bit of magic looking in through. If I'm just going to move Trish over to this window. This window here, the wardrobe. Sorry. This wardrobe here, you can feel a magic, you can sense some magic within that wardrobe, but otherwise this entire room, almost nothing. It is a collection of different kinds of magic, but you cannot see anything that is... actually, I do apologize. There is an enchantment on the picture of a hedge man on the wall. Because it's there and you can see it.
Do I know what type of magic it is. What type of magic is on the picture?
Enchantment.
Enchantment magic.
Oh, that's the type of magic. Okay,
Sorry,
well,
yeah, that is it.
Fair enough.
It's a curse. I'll give you that.
Stay away from the portrait.
It's
You
not a
already
trap,
touched-
but it's a curse. Yeah.
Oh, it's one of those nice curses that we don't need to watch out for.
No.
alright.
It's just like it's not a trap. It is a curse. Specifically, because you are quite close to it. It is the entire thing is not cursed. The picture is cursed.
She really didn't like Daddy Hedge.
Let's try and stay away from that picture as we get this book. Selenox, do you remember where it was? Did you see some books?
It was on the bedside table of, I want to say, of Morgantha's bed.
Yep.
It is not there now.
God damn it.
There's some magic sort of coming from that wardrobe. Maybe that's the book.
Alright.
But let's proceed with caution just in case it isn't.
Noted.
How
Okay.
do you get in?
Are the windows open?
No. You might be able
Are they-
to open them.
Yeah, I was going to say, are they openable or
Yeah.
are they
It
like
would
solid?
require a sleight of paw.
Right, well, I'm not volunteering to open the window, but I will happily go through it when it is opened by someone who is not the size of a fucking mouse.
Mai, would you mind doing the honors with your fabulous thumbs?
Yeah.
And Mai goes, and then comes up to it and he says, "How?" So Trish, you're gonna have to talk Mai through opening a latch from the inside, from the outside.
Oh, okay. okay. Well, Trish would know,
Yeah.
being the sneaky lady she is, so she's
Yeah.
gonna try and ratatouille again.
Yes. I'm now imagining the cat sitting on the monkey's head, yanking on its fur, and the hands are going, ow.
Yes, exactly.
Sleight of hand. I'm going to make the DC slightly higher because you have to do this second hand, but sleight of monkey paw.
Okay. Ooh, I got a 7 on the dice, and my modifier's pretty decent. I don't know what my...
+3, 6. Unless you're expertise in sleight of hand.
No, I'm not, sadly.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's a 13. Yeah. It takes you a hot minute to sort of explain to... You are basically teaching Thievery 101 to this kid. Yeah.
I'm hyping my up, though. I'm like, you're doing so good. You're absolutely nailing it. Don't even
Thanks.
worry.
I
Take your
thought
time. We got all night.
I always figured this would be easier. Yeah, it's at least partially because you're working with very limited toolset. But you, I'm gonna say that Trish has from that crafting exercise has brought a few bits and pieces, like the things that she's stole to do some scrounging with, including a bent piece of wire, and she basically manages to explain how to, you know how you use a coat hanger to open a car door. It's basically that. It's just slipping it through underneath and then bending it around so that you can use it to grab the latch and pull. And yeah, it takes you a hot minute, but yes, you do manage it. It takes you 10 minutes because you take 10 to do it. And then you manage to crack the window open. And Mai goes, "Okay, sorry, I'm dexterous, but I'm not very strong."
Okay. Everyone, let's help.
And two cats, or a cat, a raccoon, and a Tasmanian devil lift the window so that a mouse lemur on a tiny smoke dragon can flutter into the room.
Yeah, because I definitely don't help. I sit back in my
On your dragon.
as if I'm on a saddle or whatever, but
Yeah,
I'm holding myself up with my tail, so I
Yeah.
just sit back. Yeah, my work has not started yet.
Yeah. It begins now as you move on in. So yeah, you've been told where to look. Soot actually has reasonable opposable thumb style stuff, as does Mouse Lemurs, I would imagine. So opening the door to this little cupboard is not a massive impediment. It is not locked. So the two of you can crack the door open, and within you find a bunch of books.
Which book is the book we want?
And Soot goes, Soot, which book?
Yeah, that's a good question, mate.
Werewolf.
Are they all? Are they all? Are they all?
Yeah.
There will
Are they all magic books?
there castle.
I'm gonna have a look with my magical awareness and see which one is the most magical. Can I do that?
Yeah, if you hightail it over there, yes. Yeah.
Will.
Can I see the book that I saw on the table today in there?
Yeah, it is the one Trish points at.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. Yeah, it takes you a minute but yes, between the two of you, you're like, they are a bunch of unseemly looking books. The trick is, Selenox, it doesn't look like the book that you saw earlier, because that book was a lot nicer. This one is bound in, one would guess, let's say leather, and leave it at that. This room was quite nice, quite airy, quite warm, quite welcoming. The beds had pleasant sheets and hangings and stuff. They aren't as nice now, looking at them. The bed sheets are ragged and threadbare. The yellow one is still a bit yellow, and it is noteworthy. I don't know if anybody would look, but the pictures of the two the Terran couple that hang above the bed are still there and are not different. It's one of the few elements of the room that has not changed, and I feel like Smoothie might notice that.
Yeah, to his chagrin, because now he's not so much like energy and anger and emotion and more like.
Fuck feelings.
Can I get a perception check from all the three of you?
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Oh, for fuck's sake! I want to go back. I'm going to go back to rolling on D&D Beyond in a second. My dice are hating me today.
Well, for mental checks, you can. There is no difference.
I
know. 17.
17. Trish?
Also 17.
Also 17. Then I would not worry, Selenox, because
8.
one of the people with you also can hear. Yeah. Do you have advantage on hearing checks?
I do.
Oh, I do.
Because it's a hearing check.
Oh, that's better. 18.
Pretty good, isn't it? It's
There
a
you
nice
go.
feeling.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's good. Recommend it.
And based on your smell, which you also have advantage on, it's you can hear you can hear footsteps coming to the ladder, coming down from the attic. And based on the smell, you could tell who that is. Yeah, I mean, you know who it is.
Can I?
No time. Hide. Hide.
All right, I'm going to go in the cupboard.
Soot and Trish and Selenox go in the cupboard. Smoothie, where were you?
I don't know. Let me see. I was, yeah. I think where's the art that you mentioned?
So the window you came in through, this window here, is where you came in through. That is Bella's bed.
Then let's say
I figure he was just waiting by the window.
Yeah, just kind of sat on the bed, and then he just goes, "Oh fuck!" And then he very poorly get under the pillow because that's the closest thing.
You don't go back out the window? Okay, sure, love it.
Or under the bed?
I've made my choice.
I support it 100%.
I mean,
oh
you
my god, I'm
would.
so excited and happy.
I'm not sure if I support it with my 4 HP at the moment, but whatever.
I'm okay with it.
My leaps back out the window. because he's a child, but he's not stupid. Smoothie is hiding under the pillow. That's about right, because it's about the right size. I love this. And yeah.
I'm not sure if you've ever had to suddenly hide. Generally speaking, you go, and
No.
you just do a thing.
I support it. It's so great. Bella climbs down the ladder. In fact, there is a flutter as this Terran flies from that level. Like, gets down a couple of rungs and then swoops down because it's easier, and lands at her bed. And sits down and lies down on her bed.
Hang on, no, okay. So I'm like this, and then it's like.
Can I get a D20 in chat? This is a perception check, please. So can I get exclamation mark roll space perception? 17 for thank you, Shanahouse, for Bella to notice that.
Wait, did my pillow just fart?
To notice that there is a decent-sized marsupial underneath her pillow. Which is not a very thick, fluffy pillow either. This is a fairly thin, ragged piece of fabric. And she lies, and then immediately sits back up like, what the hell? And turns and looks, and she's gonna lift up that pillow and see you and go, Smoothie? I'm glad you got out of there. You should run. You can talk, dude.
I didn't realize that she understood me. I didn't know she understood me.
Yeah. No, you've all been speaking different animal languages. None of you have understood a word anybody said. It's all just guesswork. No. You are all speaking Humblefoot.
What do you think I'm trying to do?
Well, why did you not go out the front door then?
Book changed back now.
Oh, yeah, I guess. I don't know. I don't know.
You gonna tell?
Not if you go now.
We need it.
To turn back. I know.
So, we
Why?
got to come back.
Why? She'll kill you. And it won't be putting you in a pie. She'll just kill you.
I know. She'll try. But we got to have it. I don't...
Why? What is it? Mom said it's to protect us from him. Please don't take it. We need it.
This is to protect. We're not going to keep it. We're going to use it.
Then you'll die there. I don't want you to get hurt, Smoothie. Look, the book's in the cupboard.
We take book, but I'm telling you this is what we're doing. You can help us. And if we can get book and sword, maybe we don't have to come back here. And maybe no one has to get hurt. I would like that.
Mum always knows where it is. If you have it with you, she'll follow you. I can't tell her not to. I can, but she won't listen.
Well, then you need to guess. You need to ask yourself whether it's a good idea for walls to be enough to take strangers and make them into food. Because I'm not going to let that happen.
I can't do it on command, but she begins to cry.
Okay.
We take book.
I wasn't
You
lying
smart.
to you. I wasn't lying to you before.
I
I
know.
didn't lie at all. I omitted a few things, but I didn't lie. And let's be honest, you probably omitted a few things too.
Mm-hmm.
So
We take. Go ahead. Sorry.
it looks evil, I know. And look, I guess it is. That woman took me in. I was traded to her for food. My parents were addicted to dream pies. They gave me up in exchange for one.
I don't pretend to know your story. I can relate. I don't know. But I'm not
that's
going
why
to
I'm
let her
telling you.
kill me, and I'm not going to let her kill my friends, and I'm not going to let her kill anybody else.
There is a solution here. I turn you back and you go. You go. That's what compromises are. Everybody gets some of what they want. You get to be you again. You get to go away. You get to find a different weapon to kill Strahd with. And you don't have to kill my mum, and I don't have to help her stop you.
Your mum is taking people and killing them and eating them.
We don't eat them.
Then she's.
I know.
I
I know.
I understand. We take book. We go for now. But I'm not going to let it happen.
She gets up and goes over to the cupboard where Trish and Selenox and Soot are.
Can we hear all of this through the cupboard doors?
Probably. Yeah, just. She is keeping her voice down, and as is Smoothie, I imagine. She's the Terran in the family. Like, if she was down, like, Bear in the other trick, yeah, she was only 30 feet away from you, but cats and mice are very quiet. Yeah. But, yeah, she is being quiet, but, yeah, I would imagine you'll pick up at least the gist of what's being said. I'm imagining the three of you, like, up against the crack between the doors. Like, just watching the scene. And, yeah, as she starts coming over, she creeps as well.
Be careful, my friends are in there.
She goes over to it and
She's
she's
gonna
like, oh.
find out.
Yeah, no. But she goes over to it and she's like, oh. And, like, knocks on the door, like, please don't hurt me, I'm just gonna open the door. Huh. She sees a tabby cat clutching a book bound in human skin, and a mouse lemur sitting proudly on the back of a dragon. And it's the second thing that she goes, huh. We didn't do that to anyone.
That's friend.
Oh, hi, friend. He's very cute. Sorry, this is not the time. Take the book. Here. And she lifts Trish with the book, and carries her back to Smoothie and puts her back on the bed.
Ditto.
And indicates for Selenox and Soot to follow. Soot does, unless Selenox tells him not to.
No, we follow. Did we hear you? Did you say you could change us back? Do you know how to use this thing?
If I do it here, she'll know.
What about on the balcony?
Still too close. You need to be a ways off. It'll be like a beacon to her. You need to be a mile at least.
All right. Can we do it without you? Or do we need to meet you somewhere? And therefore,
If any of you know how to cast like ritual magic, you should be able to do it. If you don't, I'll meet you in a couple of hours and I'll read it for you. But then you give me the book back and I come back.
With a Vistani. She knows a lot about places to go.
Are you offering to protect her? Is that
I
like
think
that's what Josh is
the
picking
initial
up?
offer was that if he's picking up what he thinks he's picking up, she is conflicted and
Deeply.
knows it's wrong,
Hmm.
and that the best thing for her to do is get the hell away from here because something's going down here. The only question is whether she's here or not. If she chooses, that can be with us or somewhere safe adjacent. That's her choice. But if anyone would know a place or like a place to hold out or a place to hide, heading for somewhere else, it would be Esmeralda. Smoothie is pretty confident about that.
If you're gonna come back and take the thing, you're gonna have to fight her.
I know.
And Ophelia. And
Right.
as long as I'm bound into it, they have the powers of a coven. And I can't unbind me.
But you can be unbound.
Killing them would do it.
right? Can
But
we?
I want to stress, if you fight them, you also fight me. I don't actually have a huge amount of choice in the matter. It's not about willing. If they fight you, I will just kind of do it. I will try to... I can't believe I'm doing this for a boy I barely know. I will try to limit what I do.
How
What-
about this? How about we meet you in the place that's not here,
Mm-hmm.
and then we can discuss this further instead of staying in the room above your mum.
Mum's grinding flour. She'll be a while, but okay. I'll sneak out after dark.
We take book, or will you keep and take with you?
I think
Just in case, I think you should take it.
Okay.
That was a test on Smoothie's butt, just to see where she was at.
where
Well,
where do we meet?
there's an argument for me keeping it so that she doesn't notice it's missing, but I think the
Where-
chances are low that she's going to need it this evening, so you take it.
Go ahead, Sal. What's up?
Sorry.
Where do we meet you?
Up the road you came from, back to Valakai. There's a copse of trees at the peak. Well, you don't want to go towards Barovia, not like you currently are.
Got it. And
There's an abandoned little shack in there. About 2 miles. It wasn't abandoned that long ago, so there's probably, furniture and stuff.
don't suppose you could when you sneak out, I suppose bringing along a horse and cart might be a little bit too.
It's a little loud.
Yeah, fair.
Mum has designs on the horse.
Not for a pie,
What sort of
right?
designs?
Well, I actually kind of thought you would like that because, it's not a child. Don't worry, he won't be dead by morning. She's going to fatten him up for a few days. You've got time.
Right. All right.
Okay. We need to take book. Get out. Okay.
I'll see you in a couple of hours, okay? I'm sorry about this.
Can I insight check that?
You
I
may.
assume Jack thinks he knows the answer, but
Yeah.
nothing quite like God telling you.
Yep.
20.
Pretty sure you have quite a high passive insight. Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, she is for whatever reason, the reason she is regretful of the situation, you can't tell, but she is sorry that this has happened. She is sorry that this has happened to you. She considers herself stuck between Scylla and Charybdis. But yeah, she is sorry that this has happened, and with a 20 you would also get she's almost glad. Weirdly.
Yeah, but yeah, I get it. How we get out with big book?
How did you get in? Through the window? I didn't open that.
How big is the book? Is it like a tome?
Can you put it in your pouch?
Oh,
Yay big?
Yeah, that would fit in my pouch because it's a bag of holding in my pouch.
It
basically.
expands to a
Okay.
3 foot wide thing. So yeah, it's a bit of a squeeze, but you can get something the size of an encyclopedia into your pouch. She's like, oh, that's weird.
weird.
I mean, some would say weird, someone would say useful.
Oh, it's definitely that.
Weirdful.
Weirdful. Yeah. Okay, go. I'll see you later.
Bye bye.
Quietly, soot.
Soot. So it's like, bitch, I fly very quiet.
like an owl.
Like an owl, yeah. He says to the not owl on his back. And I think we'll leave it there. Very cool, guys. Good job. Yeah, loved it. Wow. Thank you very much for watching along with us this evening, everybody. I hope you've enjoyed this show. So that's the end of our stream. But it's not quite the end of our stream, because what we like to do at the end of our streams is something called Favorite Moments, which is something we've stolen unapologetically from the dreaded GM. Bishop Blood enjoyed My Guy. I'm glad you did. I was not certain where to put a monkey into this world until that one came along, and I was just like, because I've been sitting on My for a while. The full name is My Guy, Maigghye. Bishop Blood is a troll and bought it a while ago, and I've just been waiting for a time to use it. So yeah. Because monkey folk aren't a thing in this world, but there we go. So Lilith reckons that falling Selenox getting the falling feeling and then gliding was their favorite moment. I really like that bit. Well, let's figure out who we go first. Can I get an exclamation mark? Roll space the number 4, Dead Fox. If you wouldn't mind, we need to determine which one of us we're going to be talking about first. And I'm going to put our put the character portraits back up because Daria did some hecking cool art. Character art. Where are they?
I won.
Oh, 1. That's me.
What?
Ooh.
Noble
Wow.
steed is what
Noble
I have
steed.
I've never been a noble steed before.
Yeah.
That whole
that's
whole
right.
thing with Soot being excited to be useful in a different way was great, and we've all
So-
been there. Just like he's like, oh, I get to help. Yes.
So was keen just to be handy. Yeah.
Yeah. I get it.
Bishop Blood saying, I love Bishop being all excited. Yeah. Yeah.
I get to be a proper dragon.
Yeah, that was cute.
I liked Chet waking up. I don't know
Yes!
why this was the moment for it, but I was so hyped. I love it. I love everything about it.
Yeah. I put him down as I put him and Soot down as possible solutions to this problem. You did not need help getting out of your own cages, but getting my out was a separate thing, and I was like, "Fuck it, this will be fun." And I've been tangling this along in front of you long enough. I wanted to have the reveal. that he is best cat friend.
I actually, in the MCDM monster book, there is a stat for a companion mimic. Josh, I'll send along to you.
Thank you.
What it does is it grows in HP along with the with the friend with the overset, whatever you want, and its abilities go up with your proficiency bonus. So it's a really cool little system.
Yeah,
and you can have a little mimic friend. So
yeah,
if that is useful, I'll send it along.
So
It's great.
excited.
It's fantastic.
So,
It's the same stuff I use for Carmilla and
yeah.
Tyria.
Cool. Chet was purchased by Ardana a while ago. Chet is a creature from Ardana's world. So when she bought an NPC called Chet, I was like, I know exactly what this is because I was in the game where Chet was first introduced. It was in a one-shot called The Curse of Hearts. He is a mimic, yes. He is a baby mimic.
I love him. I love him so much.
And
so much.
He is vibing on a similar vibe to Tooth in the Monsters and Magic game. Tooth is a sheep, but he's a mimic. And he's decided that he wants to be a sheep, not a mimic. So when he moved to the life plane, he is best sheep friend, and he hung out with 3 other sheep who were actual sheep, and they just totally was like, "Come on, honey, you could be a sheep with us." And so he started eating. He hasn't grown at all because he isn't eating meat. He's eating exclusively hay, and he hates it. But he is a sheep, damn it. But he is also a full-blood mimic. Chet is not. Chet is a baby mimic. Chet, when found, was a cigar box, I think. And was found by Benedict Dover, and was basically his pocket mimic throughout that little campaign. And I was like, I love that. It's such a cute little thing. I was like, I'm gonna have some fun with this. So yeah, trying to be helpful, keeps showing up. Was here present for Trish, hugs for Trish. And couldn't decide what you wanted it to be. So was like, okay, I'll try being you want me to be maybe Hath? Okay, I could look like a raccoon. So that's why he switched to being a raccoon sometimes. Yeah, I love Chet. That was so much fun, and thank you for leaning in on that reveal.
Rach, if you look in the Discord, the stats are there, and the art as well, which is adorable. It's in the hung, drawn, and quarters.
Oh, hell yeah!
I was gonna say the chat stuff as well, but I'm gonna go for my other one, which was Bella's conflict. I was hoping that we'd get to chat with her, because I was like, oh, that would be shitty if it's just, oh, you never know whether she was one way or the other. So I was glad that she was the one we ran into, and I enjoyed the way you played the conflict between what's right and what she knows and her family and stuff.
Yeah,
we are gathering NPCs. That's a whole
you very much are. Yeah.
Blood.
There are 7.
A more cold-blooded person would be like, yes, go for Strahd and weaken him a little bit, and then we will judge.
No.
See, I'm like, hide all the NPCs and we'll like
protect them all. My personal fave, me, was making an interesting adventure out of the fact that you were animals. Making appropriate challenges, and I was like, how do I make this more interesting? If we turn them into animals, we get a heist movie, but they're all actual animals, not animal folk. And I was quite liked that. Just the notion of it was two episodes in the making, but I was very happy with that. Was my favorite me moment. Cool, thank you very much. Alrighty, well, let's have a D3 in chat then, everybody. Not Hath related, no. No, it's nothing to do with Hath. Right. Their party is like 2/3 NPCs. We got another one from Bishop Blood. We're talking about Rach. Favorite Rach moments.
Her reaction to chat.
Yeah.
It was so good.
All of
liked
your
that.
reactions when I described it. When the mouth hinged open was just... that was my favorite. All of you. Like, Jack going, yeah, figured it. And Rach and Ro going...
Mine was just the cat vibes and the phrase "fabulous thumbs," which is fantastic.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I really liked your working with Mai and Chet. Yeah, the sort of the delegation of your lack of thumbs skills was really cute, but the way that Trish sort of handled this kid in this situation, and particularly, your relationship with Mai was really interesting. Trish defaults to mummy caper quite quickly, with young and inexperienced NPCs and characters. It's interesting that she has not defaulted to that with Smoothie. But yeah, she takes on that vibe quite quickly, and it's always interesting to see. Yeah, that was my favorite Rach. Favorite self?
Oh,
Change the music.
you stole mine. I was gonna say stuff about mine, but I think specifically giving them a little pep talk to hype them up, because they're not an adventurer, they're just some guy who's in a shitty situation, and that's probably terrifying. So Trish wanted to hype them up a little bit, and that was fun to do.
They are a 12-year-old trainee postman.
Oh, buddy!
He is the apprentice to the Valakai town postman.
Aww. He was doing so well, he kept his cool.
Yeah.
We stand. What a sweetheart.
I also enjoyed, Rach, the moment where you accepted Smoothie's apology. And you said we all make mistakes. I enjoyed that little interaction as well.
Thank you.
Yes, very good. All right, a D2 in chat, please. Truce between Smoothie and Selenox. I'm guessing it's going to be Smoothie. That's my call on this. A 2. Hey, I was wrong. It's Selenox. Get to talk about Smoothie last. Favorite Selenox moments. I'm going to dive in there straight away. Proudly sitting on the back of a dragon. That your relationship with Chet, with Soot, you're all working on getting your own NPCs.
We just all have familiars running around.
Yeah, Smoothie's familiar is a hag named Bella.
Yes. Oh,
Familiar girlfriend. We can.
whatever you want.
I liked how slow you were to acclimatize to your new form. Your first instinct was smash. I'm strong. I'm gonna smash it, and it was fun seeing you having to reckon with that. It was good.
Yeah.
What I've got is just the line delivery of "It's been a rough day."
Yeah, it's been a fucking time, mate. Don't ask.
That's where we would have cut to commercial in the TV show.
Bishop Blood like.
So arrives.
Yeah.
Hey guys, go to hell. It's like, what? It's like, it's been a rough day.
Bishop Blood, do you tell them about the key? Nope.
Just going, all right.
It's like, well, I figure you did that because you had a plan about how you were going to introduce Misty Step into the situation and you didn't want to spoil it. And I applaud it 100% because I love how you worked Misty Step into the story. I really enjoyed that. And yeah, building on what was already been said about acclimating to your new form, yeah, the little jump to get the hook off and then like, oh fuck, and then you flying, worked in really well. Worked in new mechanics in narratively was very interesting. Very cool.
Thank you.
Favorite self?
Yeah, I think most of mine have been said, but mine was the one was I've had the ability to do Misty Step for a while. But I had kind of clear things in my head around both of those abilities in terms of when they might happen.
Yeah.
And in this situation, I was like, oh my God, this is perfect. But I enjoyed bringing it in a way where Selenox is shocked too. So yeah, that was fun. And it's cool as well to be able to bring it in a situation that's crazy enough already that no one else really had time to like Trish was like, what the
Bishop Blood goes like, now everyone thinks that's just something mice lemurs can do.
Yeah,
like having the pouch for the Tasmanian devil.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, that's just something they can do. Then they can just be there now. That's very useful for them. This is a world where magic animals live. I'm tempted to make it canon. Excellent.
Yeah, that's fun.
Glorious. Alrighty. Well, thank you very much. Jack, favorite Jack moments, everyone. Favorite smoothie. I can so easy. There's loads. There's a one. Yep, absolutely. Do you want me to go first? I can go first if you guys like. I reckon messaging. Yeah, straight up messaging. But with the voice.
Yeah.
With this, you're a big one for self-imposed negative rules, dude, and I love it. And yeah, just having this, given what I gave you, making the choices that you made based upon it. I love having that interaction, that level of confidence in my players that I can just give you this bullshit and you go, okay, I'm going to decide that means this, rather than me have to tell you, by the way, means this, and you have to play a character like that, because I would not do that and I don't like it. But because I also know you're going to make interesting choices on your own, and yeah, deciding that having all this extra constitution smoothie is just super pumped, but also like really animalistic, where the other two managed to keep their heads on the swivel a little bit better, was really, really interesting. And yeah, the message was a super cool idea, and I was like, yeah, good. He still can do useful things as well. Yeah. So those two were my favorite things.
I enjoyed the like noises and the voices, but in particular, my favorite moment was when Bella found you and you just did a whole stream of Tasmanian devil noises.
I didn't know she could understand what I said.
I just thought that was great. But I hope it was still there, and then it turned into talk, because it was also such a spooky thing to be like he has the teeth, but now he's a Tasmanian devil, so he just has this like...
Because she dead set actually said that. He was like, dude, you can talk. Like...
Oh, it was exactly,
yeah.
I enjoyed that greatly.
She figured that you were trying to convince her that you were just a normal Tasmanian devil, that was hiding under her pillow for no reason.
You see Tasmanian devils all the time.
All the time.
Part of Barovia.
Very common animal in Barovia.
Yeah.
They were reintroduced and their population is just soaring. Yeah.
That's right.
I
No, I don't. But I was going to say I have a second. I'm not going to say it yet.
I was going to say, I really like how even when you're in feral mode, you still have this strict moral code, and it was very fun seeing those two things work together. Like, when you're having that conversation with Bella, Trisha's in the closet listening in, and she's like, just leave, don't come back. And I'm like, just tell her you're going to leave. You don't have to tell her you're going to come back. So many points where I'm like, just lie. It would make life so much easier if you just lie, and you won't do it.
Doesn't know how.
And I love that. I love it. It was very funny.
For sure.
Bishop Blood loved when the others were flailing about and Smoothie was in the background trying to break his cage.
The hamster wheel thing was just great.
That was solid work. Yeah. I was like, it wasn't circular, is now. That's excellent.
Yeah. I enjoyed the Looney Tunes little thing I was doing in the background, just to,
Yeah.
just doing my own Acme. Like
Yeah.
oh fuck it.
Boom.
Yeah, it was good.
I need hay.
I need.
Give me a cushion. What? Favorite self, Jack?
Oh, it was good to finally get the apology out there. I was thinking for a while about what would be the appropriate moment to do so, and it felt right in the sense that, as we already established, he had that sudden burst of self-confidence and energy and things like that, and he's like, I feel good about everything, so fuck it. Strike while my partner fucked up this metaphor, and I've been using it ever since. She was trying to say reap while the wheat is high or something like that, and strike while the iron is hot.
Yeah.
So she said strike while the hay is hot. so I'm saying that now. So anyway,
Strike
he
while the hay is
struck
hot.
while the hay was hot.
I love it. Excellent.
That was really fun to get that out there in to get out of Smoothie's head. I was saying that in the break. Smoothie is a really fun character, but his guilt is something that sometimes you need to take a shower to get rid of. Whereas in this case, it was just all like, so that was much more fun.
Excellent. Glorious. Ro, did you want to say your second? Did you have a second?
My second was that I kind of threw it in because Bishop Blubber was going there anyway.
Right.
It was the cage rolling and throwing
Yeah.
around to try and hamster wheel cage antics.
Yeah, dead set. Awesome. Somebody else mentioned in chat the carrot board off as well.
Oh yeah, at the moment they were yeah, that was good.
That was funny. Cool, excellent. Well, we've been streaming for a gosh darn while, so we should head away now. But thank you very much for all of our favorite moments. Thank you for hanging out with us this evening, guys. It's been extra lovely having you all. Guys, who the absolute heck have you all been this evening? Ro, who the heck are you?
I always get to this point of the evening and you ask me that question and I'm like, who am I?
Who?
Who am I?
I am Ro, and despite the name, I have little to nothing to do with boating. I am a Perth-based educator and theatre maker. You can catch me here on Monday nights. You can also catch me on Instagram at Cradventurers to see photos of my travel adventures, my dog Charlie with the large ears, and upcoming projects.
Excellent. Jack, who the heck are you?
Hello, I am Jack. I am a professional game master. You can find me at www.dungeonmasterforhire.com.au. You can also find me on all the socials and on Twitch at Jack Squarepeg. And for the last couple of days before I go on holiday, we'll finally be getting that Ring Fit fundraising underway, starting tomorrow. So if you feel like jumping in sometime during your work day, normal people, and chucking a few bucks towards a animal rescue charity to make me suffer with various Ring Fit exercises, go and do that, because it's fun to watch people suffer and it's good for the soul to help animals. So go and do that. This is my birthday month.
I second the second one. I don't know about the first. All right. Rach.
Consensual suffering.
There is that. Rachel, who the heck are you?
Hello, my name is Rachel Fukar. I'm a writer, actor, creative trash at large. You can find me on various social media at Rachel Fukar, and I'll tell you if I do anything creative of note. That's where you can learn about those things. And you can find the book that I wrote right here on this very the internet. And if you don't buy it, I am going to sneak into your house at 3 a.m. with the zoomies and just tear around the place like a lunatic, knocking things off shelves, scratching up your curtains, just being an absolute terror. So if you want to avoid that fate, buy the book.
Excellent. Thank you very much. And mesdames et messieurs, dames und herren, and beings of indeterminate gender and persuasion, I be Josh the Pirate. You can find me here on my channel, Corsair's Cove, where I run D&D, another RPG-related goodness, with me lovely friends Karen, the mother, with me lovely friends, and my lovely wife Karen, the mother of bunnies. We have coming up a charity event International Talk Like Josh the Pirate charity marathon, we will be streaming 28 hours of D&D goodness and other RPG games. Thus far, we have Owen from the Lost Archives, Ardana from the Lorite, and Des from the Eldritch Scribe, all coming to guest DM for us as well, which is super heckin' cool. The final episode, the final thing in that 24 that marathon will be another episode of this very freaking game, but we won't be having a Jack for that episode. Interesting. So I wonder what will happen. Well, we shall have to find out. So you'll have to tune in next week, Monday night, for some more Midnight and Madness to find out. But Jack, you're here for next week, aren't you?
I'll be here for next week,
Yeah.
and then the next one after that is the last one for the season. Is that right?
No.
Sorry, I was getting confused.
No. The season goes until the October 30th. There is 2 that Jack won't be here for, I believe. And yes, we will be having a special guest join us. Instead of our lovely Jack O'Brien, we will be having a splendid new secret special guest. So stay tuned for that lovely information. And what else am I doing? Thursday night we have the final finale of Monsters and Magic season 4. They are about to finish solving the problem that has been ongoing for a while. They're going to get rid of the nasty cult. They're going to have an election and elect a new humble and birdfolk council. Maybe we'll find out. That's the goal anyway. Tomorrow night Karen and I will be back for some more Baldur's Gate 3 to find out what happens to Beryl. And that's what we've got going on this week, guys. I need to quickly mention Wooden Forge. Wooden Forge Gaming Accessories, creators of WA's finest handcrafted wooden tabletop accessories. Check them out at woodenforge.com/courses code, and we get a bloody kickback for everything you purchase, you excellent individuals. Join us on all the socials. No, that's not how you spell that. Socials. And check out our YouTube.
Is that why you say it like that? So you spell it out
Yes.
and write it?
Yeah. I am dyslexic and not overly good at typing. Check out on us on all the things. We'd love to see you there. That's how you can find out what we're going to be doing soon. Stay tuned to all of that, and we will go on a raid now, I think. So, who should we raid? Who have we got? Well, the Eldritch Scribe alive, and we love Des and the others over there. So let's chuck a cheeky little raid over at the Eldritch Scribe. So throw your favorite raid emotes up in chat. Tell Des and the others where you came from. Show them the love like we always do, and we will see you same bat time, same bat channel tomorrow evening for some more Baldur's Gate 3. So say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Goodbye, everyone. Whee!